Good morning. What's up with everybody? Sorry about the late start this fine, fair morning. Kevin, because, was up watching that fight. Kevin Rice in the building. What's going on, man? Cal Coolit. Always good to see you, sir. Auntie Black Cherry in the building. Good morning, sister. Ray Patterson. Good morning. Check Jason. As usual, always good to see you. Fanon, the king of the boxing chat. Hey, king of this chat. We trying to make it. Appreciate y'all coming, man. I do think we have one of the best conversations that you have on YouTube in this boxing thing. For sure. Mike Kirkland, what's happening with you, sir? Windy City Assassin in the building. What's going on? Nick Balling. Jason Torres in the building. HMC3, what's going on? Big Block. What's happening? Mr. Hines in the building. Bud Jablonski, what's good? What's going on, Mr. Paris? Richard Paris, what's happening with you? Expensive Paper and Love and Loyalty Incorporated. Check Jason. AB can get paid and get a stamp, get a strap to get paid again. He beats Rolly easily as Crawford beat Tomato Can Avenetian for not. Oh, yeah, I think he beats Rolly. Oh, that's a great fight, man. Make that fight. We're going to talk about that, man. Rolly is a tune-up. Hey, dog. Roll up, man. That man said, Rolly Retardo. Man, that press conference would be hilarious, man. Broner may need to tank one more tuna. I'm gonna tell you right now, Derek Choice, dog. I know who you listen to. Just so you know, Derek Choice. I know who's doing. I know who's putting these things in your head. I know who puts these things in your head, Derek Choice. But yeah. He could use a tune-up. Absolutely, got one. What's going on to everybody else, man, in the building? Let me say what's up to everybody at the same time, man, because I'm running behind. Man, AB ain't done, man. AB looked good last night, man. That's what he's supposed to do. He been out for 2 years. He was out before that. He needs that, man. He needs that. He wasn't all the way back in shape. Let AB get in all the way back in shape, dude. He's going to get sharper and sharper. And, he may not get to where he was. It's definitely it's a cry from where he was. But, hey, look, man, I'm staying positive. I'm staying positive for him, man. He got back in there, and Don King knows what he's doing. Salute to the great Don King. Hold on 1 second. Hello? All righty. Sorry about that. Hold on 1 second. Let me do something. So, yeah. Salute to Don King. People trying to act like he's the worst than the thief Oscar or consistently under federal investigation like Bob Arum. Look, man, the reason I like Don King for that card is because he did what he's supposed to do. Because he did what he's supposed to do. That's the type of fight Adrien Broner should have had a long time ago. That's what they should have been doing for Adrien Broner a long time ago. After Adrien Broner lost to Marcus Maidana, that's what he's supposed to do. Get him back in the ring against somebody and let the man win a fight. No joke, dude. I'm a fan of the PBC for sure, but they gave Adrien Broner one tune-up fight the entire time. D knows better, brother. What's going on? Said Fanon, keep doing your thing, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Say Dim knows better. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Dim Knows Better. And Mike Kirkland in the building said $10 holler, brother. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. Hey, I don't know who you are, Committed Father. Did AB fight a nobody? Yeah, he fought somebody. Nobody's a nobody. Everybody's a somebody. But he fought somebody. He definitely fought somebody. He just didn't fight somebody. He fought somebody that he could beat. And that's what you're supposed to do for guys like in that situation. You're supposed to, when somebody loses their when somebody loses their confidence, you put them in a situation where they can win and they start getting their confidence back. Then he felt like he could let his hands go. He could do what he needed to do. Give him 3 training camps. Give him like 3 training. Give him another guy like that in another situation like that and give it to him in like 3 months. Like he needs to be back in there. He needs to be back in there in like 3 months. Not a 6 months. He needs to sit down, let his bruises and all that stuff heal and get right back in there with a guy, the same level of guy. Be a little bit more sharp and then get in there with a higher level guy. And then after he's had like a year of fights, stopped some dudes, got comfortable, really sharp, been in training camp the whole time, then let him beat the brakes off Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Then let him beat the brakes off Rolly. Because Rolly does not as good as him, man. Is he ready to go 12 rounds and cut down to fight Rolly? I don't know, Derek Choice. What do you think? You tell me. I don't know. I think that even if he is ready, it would do him well not to. It would do well for him to get a couple more easy fights. It would be easy for him to go through the training camps. Yeah, I mean, I just think that he should, even if he could, I don't think he should. I think he should get his confidence back up. I think he should go and fight. I think he needs to fight a couple more times quickly. Yeah, I think he should fight. I think he should go and fight real quick. I think he should fight quickly. But I like that fight card, man. I like the man. The only thing that bugged me about that card, though, really bugged me, was, man, those guys dump on Guillermo Rigondeaux for no good reason. I mean, dude, I swear, man, they are stuck. Especially Ray Mancini. Boom Boom Mancini. God dog, he was complaining about Rigondeaux. Like, he's like, Rigondeaux isn't the type of guy that's going to give you these one-punch knockouts. I was like, man, are you tripping? Guillermo Rigondeaux gives you one-punch knockouts. And then right after he was saying that, what happened? Boom, one-punch knockout. Like, this guy was moving and moving and moving. Rigondeaux was walking this guy down, throwing punches the entire fight. Hey, what's going on, Powerhouse Watson? They got to get some better cameras. Hey, dog, I enjoyed it. It was just like it was like a party. It was like they were just kicking it. People out. That's the type of fight that I would love to go to. They were literally just kicking it and having a good time, dog. Like they even had like tables around the ring, man, like circular tables around the ring. Like it was one of these. It was kind of like one of those fight night things, like those rich people fight nights type of situations. And I think that's kind of what it was. You know, they probably. But anyway, look, really, they were gossiping during the fight. Oh man, were they? Hold on, yeah, were they? It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Rigo got a mean left hand. Mad, I missed the fight. Thought it was today. It was last night, man. It was fun too. I enjoyed it. What many fights did I watch? Even that one fight card that who was it? It was an Egyptian fighter versus a Mexican fighter. I thought that was a fun fight. Oh, that's his best chance to get back on top. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's going to get all the way back on top. I just think for Adrien Broner, I'm not really tripping on him really getting all the way on top. I just want to see him get a bunch of good fights. Just get a bunch of good fights, man. Get in a row. Like, let me see Adrien Broner fight like 4 times this year would be great. Well, you can't because it's already 6 months in. So if he can fight 2 more times this year, if we can see 3 fights for him, or maybe 4 fights in the next 12 months, I think that would be great. And I'm really happy that he went on ahead. $24 was a sweet price, yeah, for the pay-per-view. Yeah, which probably did better than a lot of people. It's gonna hey, watch this shit. It's gonna outsell Terrence Crawford. Hey, dog, how much you want to bet it outsells Terrence Crawford? It outsells Terrence Crawford, David Avenesian. Man, I bet you, hey, dog, if it does 15,000 pay-per-views, dog. Man, I'm gonna be cracking, bro. Hey, my guy, Mr. Robinson in that Cash App, brother. Thank you, man. Hold on, let me do something right here. Hey, thank you, brother, for the support, man. Thank you, man. We got 4 more days till we apply to this to get out this clink. My guy, Mr. Robinson, said it's all mental for AB. Dude is naturally gifted. Yeah, he is, and he's not that old. Yeah, and he's not that old. Amy said, "Dang, you cold." Hey, I'm just telling you the truth, bro. That man gonna outsell that Avenesian fight, man. Ain't gonna be right around the same, dog. I'm telling you, not as many people went to the fight, though. You know what I'm saying? Not as many people went to the fight. Somebody said the Chitlin circuit. Hey, man, they used to make that bank. They used to make that bank on the Chitlin circle. You know what I mean? Yeah, that guy, that was a good matchmake for him, though. It really was. Because that guy, that lawyer could fight a little bit, man. He could fight a little bit. He could take some punches. He was dang sure taking some punches. But he can take some shots, man. He can take some shots. I think some other interesting things that were going on in the boxing world was that Devin Haney's about to drop those belts. And he's about to stay with Top Rank. All right? So y'all got up on Paulie Malignaggi's neck. Devin Haney's about to drop them belts, and he's about to stay at 100. He's about to, and Regis wants him. Regis wants who? Regis wants who? Yeah, Devin about to drop them belts, dog. Them shit's about to go clink, 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 right on the ground. The only thing is, dog, hurry up and make your mind up, man, so cats can get fights ready. Just hurry up and drop him. He's out of there. Adrien Broner versus Rolly needs to happen. Yeah, what's going on, Glizzard Glock? What's happening with you, man? Yeah, I like that. Adrien Broner can take that in 2 fights. I just think he needs to get in shape. Can't lie, AB and Don King make a great match, though. Man, Don King is so much better than all your rest of these promoters. I swear. Now, I do know that he is a little senile. What is this? Who somebody said new to the channel. Hey, thank you, man. Hit the subscribe button. Lou on Time Hall said, I'm new to the channel. I like Broner, but his arrogance and his showboating defeated him. Nah, I don't think that's it. I just think that his lack of focus. He can be arrogant. A lot of these dudes are arrogant, man. Actually, I don't even think that Adrien Broner is nearly as arrogant as some of these fighters are. He just talk a lot. I think he's like 90-something. Is he 91? I thought he's like 92, 93. But nah, man, first of all, he's still sharp, but he started so much sharper than everybody else that, like even on his downslide, dog, he's still smarter than most people. Even on his downslide, he's smarter than most people. Don King, a brilliant man, dog. He's a brilliant man. Brilliant man. So you can still see he's thinking 100 miles an hour, but that's because he used to think 200 miles an hour. He's definitely slowed down, but Don King gonna keep AB in the ring. Yeah, why not? He ain't got nothing but money. Don King got a ton of dough, and it's like, look, man, it ain't about the money. It's like, yeah, spoken like a guy worth couple hundred million, you know, spoken like a man worth a couple $100 million. Don King got that dough. I've been great, man. That's what's up. Had to stop by the best channel. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Antonio Thomas said, besides the post-fight interview, I haven't seen any highlights or anything from the fight. Did anyone in the chat watch the actual fight? I watched the actual fight, bro. Antonio Thompson. I watched the actual fight. No super chat button. You can no super chat box button for a couple more weeks, Fitty Fresh. Please feel free to use the Cash App, though. And many put a link into the Cash App. Support is needed through the Cash App. What did I think? I had a great time watching that fight. And I will explain why. Give me 1 second. Actually, I think I can do this. Hold on 1 second, man. Hold on, man. Hold on 1 second, man. Thomas Hill, you put the link in, man. How you get the link? You put the link. Did I put the link in already? Thomas Hill, you put the link in, man. How you get the link? You put the link. Did I put the link in already? All right, there I got it. Let me go back over yonder because I got problems. Hey, my guy Andre. Hey, Mr. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to say this name again because God dog, I ain't saying Papa Bird 69 says Spence retraining recently, getting Hagler vibes. Yes, sir, man. Much love, brother. Thank you so much for that support and that Cash App, man. Yeah, Papa Bird. Yeah, Papa Bird. He's looking good, man. He's looking good. Man, I heard some really interesting debates yesterday about yeah, even though I threw a shot at Devin Haney to mess with BFTB. I was like, BFTB ain't gonna respond to me taking a shot at Devin. But I took a little pot shot at Devin in the chat. But I was listening to the whole thing, man. And I'm telling you, man, y'all, man, cats are funny, man. Not really. He was trying to. I got caught AB a couple times. What are you talking about? Man, that first of all, if Adrien Broner had any problem with that dude whatsoever, that would have been trouble. But he was kind of a rugged fighter, man. You know, and he's a professional fighter. He's a lawyer, yeah, but he's a professional fighter. That was not an amateur. He was a professional fighter. You could tell that he knew what he was doing. You could tell that he knew what he was doing in the ring, you know? Absolutely, positively knew what he was doing in the ring. So I thought it was a good one. And Tony said he was LT. He was throwing a lot of power shots overall. If you ask me, man, he was clipping that dude. He fights that guy a couple more times, he's gonna stop him. He just needs to get a little bit more sharp, man. Hey, thank you. Much love in that Cash App, brother, to my guy. Thank you, man. Ja Life Ali in the building. Thank you, man, for supporting the work. Thank you for supporting the channel. Greatly appreciated, man. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so very, very, very much, man. Because ain't no joke, man. It's been rough this month. But man, thank y'all for staying with me, man, and chopping it up with this about this boxing. But as far as how that fight went, Adrien, first of all, I want to talk about my guy Guillermo Rigondeaux. Dog, please, if somebody can get this message to these boxing commentators, will you please stop hating on Rigondeaux? That fight is not nearly as boring as you act like it is. Okay? It's nowhere near as bad. Hey, say you are a real one, brother. Hey, thank you, Mike Gordon. Coach Ari in the building. How are you, sister? Mr. Hey, thank you, man. Fitty Fresh in the building said, got it? Got it. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Cats. I think Cats are starting to learn about that other dude that's out there trying to steal from me. Absolute ridiculous. And then block me for being like, dude, what are you doing? This man might have been siphoning stuff off for a while. I think he still got a chance. Guillermo looked good at any age. That man is boxing. That man is boxing royalty. Yeah, man. It's like, man, will you stop hating on that man so much? Like, I'm watching him fight. I'm watching him walk somebody down thinking, okay, he's about to land this. This left is about to land on his chin. He's about to stop this dude. Right? The whole time I'm listening, and you got, first of all, them dudes was, hey, hold on, man. The Galaxy Warrior in the building, Nate Campbell, the Galaxy Warrior is got to be hired by somebody. Somebody has got to hire Nate Campbell to call fights, man. You have to hire him to call these fights. We need Nate Campbell to call fights. That man right there is funny. And he was cracking me up, man. What's sad? It's so sad. Oh, it's so sad how that guy Ray was hating on Rigo. My God, man, he was hating on him so hard, man. Like, man, this is what, like, people aren't even hardly clapping. What are you talking about? There's hardly anybody in there. Like this lukewarm reception. Dude, you gauging people's receptions? Dog, the man knocked this dude out with a one-punch shot. And he says something like, this is a guy that doesn't want to get hit, and one guy's afraid to get hit, and another guy that's glad that he's afraid. Man, what are you talking about? Rigondeaux's walking this dude down, man, trying to land shots on this man. This man is moving all over the place. He's trying to box and not get knocked out. That's what he's supposed to do. Like, man, come on, man. Terrible. That's the only way I can say that, man. Terrible. Absolutely terrible how he was calling that fight. I remember when Nate Campbell got caught playing. No, what are you talking about? Nate Campbell got caught playing what? I know when he got caught, when he was talking about, man, he bullshitting. When he said that one Mexican dude, he said he was bullshitting. In the middle of the tournament, he said, hey, man, he bullshitting. I was like, man, that's what I'm talking about, dog. That's what I'm talking about, dog. Hey, what's going on? Adrien Molina in the building. Man, I always hit my guy with that gong. What's going on, Adrien Molina? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? It said perfectly placed, too. They just got off that match long ago with Loma where he wasn't throwing many punches. They've been labeled him that way ever since. Man, they've been complaining about Guillermo Rigondeaux since he turned pro. But the idea that Guillermo Rigondeaux is not a knockout puncher to me is freaking bananas. Like, it's bananas. What's going on, Mike Biggs Boxing in the building? What's going on, sir? How you feeling this morning, man? Hit that like button on your way in the building, man. Wipe your feet on the like button, man. Swipe your feet on the like button. Now, that's what we're talking about. Jason Torres, Teofimo Lopez, and Taylor. That's going to be a good fight tonight. I got Taylor. I think I have Taylor stopping him. Or it's going to be a fight of the year. Or it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight of the year. Fight of the year right there. He said beyond ridiculous, and he gets the knockouts many ways too. Yeah, he does. Man, that dude is Guillermo Rigondeaux is a knockout artist, but no credit for being a knockout artist. Breaking people's jaws, dog. But the thing with Guillermo Rigondeaux is he doesn't really have a great chin. That's the problem with Rigondeaux. He just doesn't really have a great chin. What else? Just doesn't really have. It really doesn't have a great chin. So he has to be careful. Otherwise, he's going to be a meme. Ari Boxing Talk, what's going on, man? Said Taylor by 5th round KO. Taylor could stop him, but I think T.O. trying to prove something. Even though he sounds crazy as hell, we're in for a good fight. Yeah, I mean, look. If Josh Taylor gets too cute, Teofimo Lopez can definitely get him out of there. But if Teofimo Lopez is posing and stunting and all of that, man, and there's another thing, man. I don't like Teofimo Lopez's defense. And Josh Taylor is going to be hitting him all upside the head all night long. JC, what are your thoughts? Canelo, Eddie haven't responded to Benavidez offered now. Benavidez Morrell fight in October. Yeah, my response to this is, who the hell is this? Hey, man, big time, bro. Thank you, man. Malcolm in the building. Thank you, brother. Said, been busy working, but I support Big Bro. Thank you, man. Big Bro needs the support too. So thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you a ton, man. Thank you, man. And hold on, man. I need to know who this is. Who the hell is the Pullout Bandit? Okay, I need to know who you are. There's a guy on Twitter that keeps responding to me by the name of the Pullout Bandit. And you keep saying what I'm talking about, what you say in the live stream. But every time I ask who you are, you never tell me who you actually are for me to have a conversation with you. You just say things like, I laughed at you. I don't even know who you are, man. If you don't have the same name, the Pullout Bandit. Dog, who are you? Or I'm going to have to block you on Twitter. Okay? I know I've asked this dude several times. He said guilty, but I ain't on Twitter. Oh, the Pullout Bandit. Come on, man. Yeah, that's what his name is, the Pullout Bandit. But look, I'm not trying to disrespect him or crack on his name. Whatever, dog. We've all been Pullout Bandits before in life. You know what I mean? Pew. At the same time, though, hey, man, I'm starting to feel sorry for Tio. That interview was sad on Max Kellerman's show last night. Hey, look, Teofimo Lopez is going to be all right. He got to make some money. All right? He about to make some money, dog. Berlanga had a tune-up in 2 weeks. If he looks good, he's not. Hey, is that you? Are you the Pullout Bandit, Mr. Antonio Thompson? Right there. I'm suspecting it's you. Because you're making a comment that is very similar to what that dude said. I say Auntie Black Cherry said, pause. I ain't pausing. Dog, you can't be a Pullout Bandit if you pause. Or you have to pause to be a Pullout Bandit, I think. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Dog, let me know who you are, bro. I'm going to have to block you, dog. DM. What do you mean DM? Did you even look? What are you talking about? Did I even look at what? What DM? Fuck, a DM? I ain't got no DMs. What you in my DM? Who the hell are? What? Okay, it's you. Nigga, what I got to go to the DMs for? Just tell me it's you. Dog, I can just say it's you. What do I got to go into the DMs for? What I got to go into the DMs for? Just tell me it's you. Dog, I figured out it was you as soon as you said the same thing he said. But anyway, look, man, I wasn't laughing at you, man. Look, I wasn't laughing at you, okay? But I got to go to the DM. All you got to do is say it's me. That's it. When I ask, it's it. That's all you got to do. Anyway, dog, nah, dog, I'm not in my DMs a lot anyway. But now that I know it's you, okay, now that I know it's you, I wasn't laughing at you, okay? Dog, I can't give you, you got to show up with a name. You got to have the same name across platforms, bro. Or I don't know who I'm talking to. That's not fair. So anyway, give him a wrench just for the name. Hey, was no church for the while back then. Okay, that's what's up. I just want to know who you are. I don't mind talking to you, man. You know what I mean? I just want to know who you are. Like, if there's going to be cross-platform conversation, you can't have me at a disadvantage, bro. You got to let me know who you are. Otherwise, I don't know what I said to you. Now I know who you are. I know exactly what I said to you. You know what I mean? And if it's somebody that I'm talking to that I will say something to on a regular basis on Twitter, dude, let me know who you are on YouTube. It makes it easier for me to know, so I can give you your full answer. Okay. Now, I wasn't laughing at you. I wasn't laughing at you and the idea about what you said. I'm like ha ha ha, you're a joke. No, trust me. If I was laughing at you, I would have blocked you. But I wasn't laughing at you. But Eddie Hearn, in the quote that you left, Eddie Hearn himself said that Eddie Reynoso wasn't trying to do it. If you look at the notes you left, you listen to what Michael Benson said. That's what Eddie Hearn is trying to do. And they said Eddie Reynoso's not really trying to feel it. Dude, Eddie Reynoso would be crazy to put Canelo Alvarez in there against Badou Jack. Dude, Badou Jack's gonna walk in that ring at like 210 pounds. I mean, Badou Jack's a big dude, and that is a little dude. I don't buy it, bro. I don't buy it. I definitely don't buy it. Makabu, maybe. But even then, they never really did Makabu either. But I just don't think he's going to do it, man, because I just don't think he's going to do it. But I'm not laughing at you, man. Trust me. And I heard this before you heard it. Not before you told me. Now, I can't say I heard it before you heard it. I heard it before people started talking about it. Coach Adrien there would support the chat. Yeah, man, support the chat, man. We got a little bit of time left on this being in this clink. Yeah, I know Badou Jack already beat Makabu. That's what I'm saying, especially after Badou Jack beat Makabu. And I didn't believe he was going to fight Makabu before, even though Makabu was probably, he might have been able to get Makabu, but then again, he may have got up there, got Makabu, and got beat up because he dang sure got beat up by Dimitri Bivol. You know, my guy T. Wells in the bill said, for the unk of this boxing talk. Thank you, brother. He said, at breakfast with mine. That's what's up, man. Shout out to the family at breakfast. Hope y'all doing well. Thank you, T. Wells, for the support, man. It is huge. Thank you. Am I calling the fight tonight? More than likely, yes. I always have a more than likely because I do live streams in the morning and I do long live streams in the morning. But more than likely, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch the fight. I'm a morning guy, man. So like I'm really, 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 really a morning person. You know, like that's me primarily, man. Primarily a morning person. Juan Jackson in the building. What's Juan talking about? I ain't seen that name before, man. Or at least I don't think so. It's good for the sport of boxing that Broner wins. Imagine if he smack dab in the middle of history. Imagine if he's smack dab in the middle of history. We're all smack dab in the middle of history, brother. Ahmad J, man, showing the love, man. We don't even have a lot of people in the chat today. Thank you, brother. Said Fanon the Don. Mr. IJ in the building. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. IJ in the building. Yeah, I may call Mike Gordon. I might, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I want to, but at the same time, man, it's a long time, bro. Just stick around, Juan Jackson, but you do get checked out every time you ask for one. Just so you know, every time you ask for one, I go ahead and check it out. You've been around since 2015, so just stay around, brother, because you've been around since 2015. So that's what's up. Just stay around the chat, man. Stay around the chat. Zenith 360 say he gonna get hurt messing. He gonna get hurt messing with Badu. Yeah, he ain't about to go fight no Badu Jack, man. Badu Jack's a big old dude, and do it in Saudi Arabia too. Badu Jack's a big old dude, and I'm not saying he's the best fighter in the world, but man, Badu Jack's a big old boy. They can punch, right? Big old boy they can punch. And you ain't just loading up shots looking for hooks on Badu Jack. That's a good way to get clipped. Hey, my guy, what's going on? Thank you, Marquis, in the building with the $5 holler, brother. Thank you for that support, man. Thank you so much for that support, man. Jumpman Jet 93 said, "How long you been around?" I've been around a long half a century. I've been around over a half a century. Over half a century. So yeah, I've been around. I've been around for a while, bro. I've been around for a while. Badu is taking shots from a juiced up Pascal. Canelo ain't got nothing for him. Yeah, he don't want that, man. That'd be silly. Like, go ahead and to get beat up by him. Why? You know what I mean? It's better division and boxing, especially if Haney moves. It's a better for the division and boxing, especially if Haney moves up. Oh, Haney is gonna move up, dog. He's gone, man. I'm telling you right now, he's gone. When Bill Haney starts saying things that are bananas, like Shakur Stevenson is a tune-up for him. Shakur Stevenson is a what? A tune-up? Oh, you're leaving the weight class. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying if Tio wins, I don't care what he says. He's leaving that weight class. He's leaving that weight class. If once you say that Shakur Stevenson is a tune-up, you're leaving the weight class. Isn't that what he said? That he was a tune-up? Said Shakur is a tune-up? Let me look. Let me look. Who sent that to me? I think that's over here on Twitter. I think that's on this thing called Twitter. But thank you for letting me know who you were on YouTube. God dog, where is it? Whatever the case was, I do believe he did say it. Bill, yeah. So that's what Bill said. He's moving up in weight. That's, first of all, because you're not going to fight a tune-up. Tino said they need $20 million. He can say whatever they want to say. Teofimo Lopez is going to fight somebody for what Bob Arum offers him. Do you know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez can, I'm telling you, these dudes are going to fight for what Bob Arum offers them. These guys ain't no big job, man. These guys are not in the position to be talking about $20 million. Like, $20 million to fight who? From who? Hey, I'm telling you. Oh, by the way, man, those guys going to start putting them guys on pay-per-view. Hey, look, ESPN and boxing could be some trouble. Canito was too small for Bibble, according to his fans, but they talking about fighting Makabu and Badu Jack as soon as Benavidez pressed them. Dog, look, they can say all they want to say. They can say all. And let me wrench up Antonio before we get in an argument and I throw you out. So let me go ahead and get the click this right here. Ari's Boxing Talk, Ben got a wrench. So let me get the Twitter crowd wrenched up. Don't go blocking people though. And dog, you should change your name to the Pimp Pullout Bandit, bro. Just a piece of it. Just a piece of YouTube advice for people that are a little less experienced with YouTube. There are more people going to see your name on Twitter, on YouTube than Twitter. So you would be better off, Mr. Thompson, changing your name to the Pullout Bandit on YouTube. Because on YouTube, cats will hunt you down on YouTube. Just so you know. Much more so than Twitter. Twitter's like a picnic, man. You know what I'm saying? Twitter's like a picnic. You know what I mean? Everybody talks a lot of shit, but ain't nothing really going down. YouTube, people are flat out crazy. And you get a whole, yeah, that's an ill name too. Yeah. You need to put the Pullout Bandit on YouTube. Because that's a dope name, dog. That shit's going to get people's attention. So, Cash App, yes, sir. Hold on 1 second, Mal. Oh, I did. I got you. Mal, hey, yes, right now I just said, any chance Haney lose the belts on the scale? Much love, brother. Thank you so much for that support, man. There you go, the Pullout Bandit. Hold on. Hey, I hope that really is the Pullout Bandit. Oh, that's the same thing. Yeah. That's what's up. Change that name to the Pullout Bandit, dog. Let me go check the channel and make sure somebody didn't. Oh, the Pullout Bandit would already be wrenched if the Pullout Bandit is the Pullout Bandit, because people will steal your shit too. Please don't steal that man's name. That's actually a very, very dope name, bro. Oh, yeah, he's wrenched up. Yeah, there you go. The Pullout, that shit is dope. Yeah, you got it. All right, man. So wrenched up, part of the crew. Yeah, boy, YouTube's something else. I'm telling you, YouTube's much more savage than Twitter. Twitter, you get to talk smack directly to anybody you want to talk smack to. You know what I mean? There's like a direction to it. You can go right to the guy. YouTube, you really can't go right to the guy. Yes, sir, I got both of them, man. And then Malcolm out before that, brother. Thank you, Malcolm. I did get the first one, which is been busy working, but I support Big Bro. Right there like a champ. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Now, note who's not in the chat today. Rick Timms. That man said algebra books. Hey, Thomas Hill says, facts-alutely Fahim Sator. Yeah, man. Yeah, just notice who's not here today. Because I do not have Terrence Crawford's name in this thing, and I don't see no Rick Timms talking boxing with us today. We knew we were going to have a small crowd when we only had Devin Haney and Adrien Broner in the chat, dog. So you knew what it was. You knew. Why is everyone chasing T.O.? I don't know if anybody's who's chasing T.O. Malcolm Allen back in the building. Thank you, brother, for that support, bro. Big time $5 holler says, hey, to duck all the smoke. Who's ducking all the smoke? Oh, no. Oh, you talking about will Devin miss it? Nah, dude, Devin just gonna move up and wait. And Devin's out of that weight class, bro. Just drop the belts, dog. Hurry up and drop the belts. What's going on? Jason Torres said, Omaha. Devin should keep the WBO belt, fight the winner of Josh versus T.O. and drop the rest, or he's ducking again. Hey, man. Look, Devin just need to drop them belts, dog. Like, he need to give TFP. This is my thing on him. He need to give Lomachenko that rematch or drop the belts. And we can get rid of all of this conversation, dog, we've been having about we can start talking about Shakur and Gervonta, which is really the fight in that weight class, man. They're not mentioning Josh Taylor. What are you talking about? Because, man, first of all, don't nobody of them dudes want to fight Josh Taylor. Them dudes ain't trying to fight. Let me tell you who's trying to fight Josh Taylor. Regis Prograis, maybe. Regis Prograis. Matias. That's about it. Josh Taylor is going to be wound up going up there 147 pounds and get beat up by Jaron Ennis. That's what I see taking place. I see. Hey, thank you, Coach Ari. Thank you, sister. That is very important. Thank you for doing that. Cal Coolidge says, speaking of Crawford Fanon, do you think Bud can deal with the 7th round version of Spence versus Lamont Peterson? I would have to go back and look at the 7th round. You have to give me a little bit more specifics. Cow Teak Hip. I missed the Broner fight. How did he look? I mean, he looked good. He looked like he still got something left in him. He looked like, a little fleshy. Wasn't all the way in the best. He wasn't in tip-top shape. And it looked like he hadn't fought in 2 years, and he probably fought one time in the last 3 years, something like that Adrien Broner's fought. Kind of looked like it, but he looked like, hey man, if he gets sharp, he can still be some trouble. I'll take him over. He looked focused. Let me tell you this way, I'll take him over Rolly Romero. Give me 2 fights, I'll take him over Rolly Romero. I think he needs to get a couple more fights, knock somebody out. That's what I say. He needs a couple more fights like that. I do believe that to be true. Hey, my guy John Bowie in the building, man. Thank you, bro. He said not online, but some support. Shout out to everybody. The great John Bowie. Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you, man. And everybody, hey, man, say them prayers for John Bowie, man. Much love. Hey, thank you, John Bowie. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, man. Definitely the biggest supporter this channel has, and it's been so for a while. And it's definitely, man, a blessing in my life, man. No joke. It's John Bowie. No doubt about it, man. A blessing. A blessing. Anyway, I'm going to put the link out here, man, because this is called We Ain't Got a Lot of People, So Come Get Smoke Saturday. But I think I made a new friend in the Pullout Bandit. Which is always fun to have somebody in the Wrench Gang, dog. And especially people from Twitter, man. Especially people from Twitter. Because Twitter, man, you can only communicate in like short sentences. So there's only so much that you can get. You know what I mean? Only so much conversation you can have. And I'm kind of a nasty personality in the way that I respond to people. But like I said, man, y'all can go ahead and click that link. Because I saw everybody else get smoke. I'm going to change the title of this video to something related to Errol Spence Jr. is going to demolish Terrence Crawford, just so that I can get some of the same smoke that y'all willing to give everybody else. I think you guys are prejudiced against age prejudice. He wasn't flat-footed, he was light on his feet, but you would have to watch that round specifically to get where I'm. Oh, no, I know what you're talking about, Cal Coolidge. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, absolutely. I know what you mean. Because that fight didn't go that long. Let me look. That man said, never forget Glovegate. Never forget Glovegate. That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. Hold on, man. God damn, I forgot what I was doing already. I forgot what I was doing. Damn, I forgot what I was doing. Old man moment. God, dog, old man moment. What was I doing, man? What's going on to the Rise podcast? What's going on, man? I see your boy doing right, dog. I'm proud of Gervonta, man. I'll do a video a little bit later about it, but I'm proud of Gervonta. Good job, Gervonta. Juan Jackson said, who do you think Boots fights next, Fanon? He's going to be fighting Roman Villa. That's who he's going to be fighting, Roman Villa. Jason Torres said, I get those old man moments too, but I think it's the weed. Well, I mean, it used to be weed for me, but I haven't smoked weed in several years and probably will never do it again because it is definitely does not work for me. But hey, it is what it is. But anyway, like I said, man, changing the title of this live. What do you mean? I mean, I don't do. Look, I could do that, but if I wanted to change, I do it. I talk about Errol and Terrence every day. You know what I mean? Like, I talk about it every day. I need a break. Like, we talk every day. We talk boxing every day. There are certain topics that come up every day. And it's a little bit harder to be excited and just like motivated to talk about it because, dude, we talk about it every day. There's literally nothing you can tell me about Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford that I would have that I have not heard already. And there's only so many more things that you can say, except for, look, I think on one side of it, people that think Errol's just going to mow down Terrence Crawford, I think that's tough. That's tough. But I can't lie. I was listening to I can't lie though, because when I was listening to BFTB and I watched what Terrence Crawford looked like against David Avenesian, and I looked just for that little bit of time, and then I looked at the fights that I was watching him against when he fought Postal, when he fought Felix Diaz, right? When he fought even Julius Ndungo, which I have not gone back to watch, Terrence Crawford looked a lot thinner. He didn't look as muscular. He didn't look as big. And when you don't look as big, you don't look as muscular, dude, a lot of times you're quicker than when you are all muscled up. And so when I'm looking at him, I'm thinking, is he really the same fighter anymore? That's a big question for Terrence Crawford. Is he the same fighter? I don't know, because he doesn't look the same. He didn't look like the movement that he was using against Felix Diaz, dog, he was not using that against Sean Porter. He wasn't using that against David Avenesian. And David Avenesian was coming forward in the exact same fashion that Felix Diaz was coming forward. They were like carbon copies of each other, except for obviously, that's a carbon copy actually, because it's flipped. They were like mirror images. There you go. Like a mirror image. One was the southpaw, one was the orthodox, but they both came forward and fought Terrence Crawford in the exact same fashion, coming forward with their pinned to a high guard with truly with a high guard pin. I mean, like smack dab pin. Hey, my guy, Mr. Riley in the building. Thank you, brother. He said, good morning, OG. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man, for taking care of a senior citizen, dog. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very, very much, man. Thank you. Hey, Josh O'Reilly, big supporter. Thank you, brother, for that. Thank you, man. Thank you. So, if that to me, I'm sliding down to the end of the chat if I miss you. Juan Jack says Spence is not going to walk Terrence Crawford down. Yeah, he is. Dog, he can cut off the ring. Hey, no joke, bro. What's going on? Kamal Oz in the building. What's happening with you, sir?
Hey, what's up, Fanon? Can you hear me?
Man, I can hear you loud and clear.
Hey, I don't know if you saw this news from Michael Benson. I sent it to you via email that Dimitri Bivol had says that the rematch with Canelo is once again off. Canelo's playing games. He's focused now on, and he has been focused. To his credit, he's always said the number one priority is better Biev. He's been undone by politics. Again, going back to the collective punishment, blaming one boxer or athlete for the actions of a leader is the equivalent, in this case, of Bivol and Putin, is equivalent of blaming African Americans for the actions of Bull Connor in the civil rights movement. But then again, also news broke that Canelo would be approaching Badu Jack for a cruiserweight fight. I'm going to be real brief here. If you're talking about moving up and fighting at cruiserweight, and your excuse was that Bivol was too big, then that excuse goes out the window. If you're considering and openly exploring the idea of fighting at cruiserweight, you can't use the excuse that Bivol was too big as to why you lost, or some freak injury happened when you've had now two opportunities to rectify that quote unquote wrong, a fight that you previously said you won. So once again, smoke and mirrors from Canelo, ducking, moving and jiving, and these sanctioning bodies at 168 really need to go after him for not defending his belt and holding those belts hostage. I wouldn't be so much on him if he was to vacate his belts, but he's just holding up the division and seemingly going to duck Benavidez, duck David Morrell Jr., Andrade, and Maul at will. That's it. I'm out, Fanon. Bye.
All right, man. Kamal in the building. Always good to see Kamal, man. Hey, Auntie Black Cherry with the $102 said, hey, smash the like 102 short. Oh, we had 102 short on them likes. Hey, man, we got two. Yeah, man. Hit them like buttons, man. Hit the like button. Would be greatly appreciated, man, if you hit that like button. Let me kick him out there. Why don't he just retire? Look, man, somebody said he's in conversations with Jamal Charlo. Now, Jamal Charlo fight makes sense for him because Jamal's been out of the ring for 2 years. That would be the time to fight Jamal Charlo for Canelo. Mike Kirkland said Canelo is the worst thing boxing. Look, man, he could be the best. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's Eddie Reynoso, man. I'll put it on Eddie Reynoso so I can have an excuse to be to be a fan of his, man. I'll put it on Eddie Reynoso so I have an opportunity, so I can be a fan of his. How about we don't do that? Smash, just hit the like button, man. You hit the like button. Be greatly appreciated. Be greatly appreciated. The Pullout Bandit. He said, I think that was just a troll on Twitter with that Charlo talk. Berlanga probably next. Man, if he fights Berlanga, God dog it, man. God dog it. So Eddie juiced him up too. Yeah, Eddie Reynoso. Yeah, I'm blaming everything on Eddie Reynoso because I want to be a fan of Canelo, man. It's not fun not being a fan of Canelo. I want to be a Canelo fan. I want to be a Canelo fan, dog. I want to be a Canelo fan again. Let me tell you who I want to be fans of again. I want to be a Devin Haney fan. I want to be a Canelo fan. I want to be a Bud Crawford fan if he didn't talk crazy about me. So I can't be a fan of his. Best I can be now is neutral about him because he disrespected me. So, it is what it is. But other than that, I'd want to be a fan of Terrence Crawford, dog. These guys are all good, very, very good fighters. And if I could be just a kiss ass and a single fant, it'd be so much easier, dog. I could get interviews with Steve Kim. I could get, I could go to Nebraska and have dinner at Terrence Crawford's table. I could do all of those things, man. You know what I mean? I clean up very well. If I could just tell y'all some crap that I don't believe. There's a writer. If you guys don't know who he is, you guys should definitely follow him on Twitter. And he writes for Fight Hype. His name is Paul Magno. One of the best writers that there are, man. One of the best writers that there are. Hold on 1 second. We've got Black Adam in the building. Black Adam, what's up? Can't hear you, Black Adam. Robin Soto of Puerto Rico. What's going on? Oh, man, you know what? Hold on, man. Black Adam, man, I can't hear you, man. Got to come back, Black Adam. I know you want round 2. Black Adam, you looking for round 2, I know. But, dog, you trust me. He talked before. He came back on before. Hey, y'all got to hold on 1 second, man. Don't go nowhere, but click the link. I'm telling you, man, I need some smoke today. I need to get somebody can beat me. Somebody out there, you can do it. Telling you it's not easy money, but somebody out there can do it, dog. Y'all doing me like Rigondeaux. Y'all treating me like Rigondeaux, dog. You calling me boring, but don't nobody want to smoke. You know what I mean? Out there doing me like Gary Russell Jr. Not giving everybody in 126 ducking me. I'm the most ducked debater in all of YouTube. I just want to let you know, I am the most ducked debater in the entire YouTube kingdom. Don't nobody want to smoke. I'm calling all you. Black Adam don't, yeah, he does. Hey, your device is not connected. Black Adam, hold on a second, man. What's going on? Can we hear you? Hold on, man. I got to kick. Hey, y'all got to, hey, come back in a second. Hey, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Because I got to do something. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. Puerto Rico. I am no longer racist. I am now Puerto Rican. What up to my guys, Adrien Molina and Robin Soto? He said, every Hooper, hey, I'm trying to tell you, dog. Hey, what in the Caucasian is this guy listening to? I have, hey, dog, I don't know what they was talking about, dog. I just want to let you know I am no longer a Negro. I am now Puerto Rican. And I would like for y'all to argue with me that I'm not. I just don't speak Spanish. But shout out to Puerto Rico, bro. Hey, what's going on to the queen of it? Ashley's Corner. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Ashley's Corner. Great channel. Knows her boxing like ain't no tomorrow, dog. I just want to let you know I've left all you monkeys behind. And I am now joining my brother, Shakur Stevenson, as Puerto Rican. Is it Boricua? Hey, dog, I thought that was a chick. But just letting you know, hey, Dre's finest in the building. Said there's nothing disliked that. Oh, said, hey, Mark, what's going on? Dre's finest is the best in the building. Dre's finest said, what is this? Where Dre's finest go? Said, hey, Martin, there's nothing disliked than a liar. And that's what Crawford is, a habitual liar. Hey, man, he be talking outside of his neck now. I will tell you, I will agree 100% on that. He definitely talks out the side of his neck. Hey, Steph Brown in the building said, be well, fam. Zenith, Mike Kirkland, T. Wells, John Bowie in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. Thank you, brother. Steph. And again, Steph Brown back in the building said, Cal, Coolett, William Old School Arndt, Phil, Fahim, all the family. Yes, sir, brother. Look, man, Bud Crawford had no choice to take that fight. Okay, he had no choice but to take that fight. None. Who else is he going to fight, man, for that type of dough, man? You know what I mean? Let me slide down. Bud a liar, he will beat Bud is a liar, he will beat Errol. Hey, man, incel. No worries, man. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. Oh, man, hey, my guy from PayPal, my guy, hey, Mr. Paris in the building, much love in that PayPal said, hey, this thing about Crawford being guaranteed Charlo next in the contract, is it fake news? It is fake as the fizzy. Richard A. Paris with the $5 holler, brother. Thank you. Yes, that's fake. That's all a fake. That's fake. Fake as the fizzy. Fake as the fizzy. All I can say about that. Hey, you got that in Puerto Rico. Yeah, man. Shout out to all of my fellow Americans, Puerto Ricans. Even though I am not Puerto Rican, I am just supporting Puerto Ricans because my daughter just went to Puerto Rico for her graduation trip. So she bought me a Puerto Rico shirt from Puerto Rico. So I'm rocking the Puerto Rico shirt. And I've always been a fan of the Puerto Rican of the Puerto Ricans. Fanon is a real Puerto Rican. Y'all didn't even know. You know what I mean? Hey, I just want to let you know. Hey, if I'm telling you this right now, if I spoke Spanish in the same accent as a Puerto Rican, y'all wouldn't know I wasn't Puerto Rican. None of y'all would be able to say, oh, no, you not Puerto Rican. Yeah, what? Yeah. Tell me I'm not, dog. Tell me I'm not. Oh, my God. The New Yorkers? Oh, Jesus. Them New York Ricans? Oh, Jesus. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, dog, I love me some black women, but, dog, look. Hey, dog, let me tell you, dog, I love me some black women, Specifically the one I got. But hey, dog. Silas said, bro, you look Puerto Rican. I'm just saying, hey, dog. Hey, dog, there's limits to everybody's patience, dog. There's limits to everything, dog. There's a limit to everything. Steph Brown right back at it said, Thomas Hill, the fam, too. Yeah, he is. Much love, brother. What's up? What's up? What's up? T. Orlando said, you going to call? Yeah, I'll call a fight tonight. I didn't call it last night. I'm going to try my best to call it tonight. Let me put it that way. I'm going to try my best to call it tonight. I'll try my best to. I was called, you said I was called Mexican? Hey, man, you know, you light-skinned. Y'all light-skinned. That's because you light-skinned, Ashley. You light-skinned. Man, I heard that Brooke has broken eye socket, broken jaw, broken ribs from Spence beat down. Dog, he had a lot of stuff. He had a lot of stuff broken, bro. So do your Danny Zugas. Hey, Mr. Davis, man. Thank you, brother, for the $5 holler, brother. Big time, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. Davis. Thank you, Mr. Davis. What's going on, Southpaw TV in the building? What's going on, man? Shout out to Southpaw and him. Yeah, he's hilarious, dog. He's funny, man. Definitely fun, very funny dude. Shout out to Southpaw, man. What's good with you, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you and your wife got to that restaurant, man. I was looking forward to see what was over there on Washington and Wells. And there were several of them over there, man. But I was like, by the time I kind of narrowed it down, I figured you'd probably already figured it out yourself. Since you're such a smart guy, man, bright guy. And thank you for your help, bro. Really do appreciate you, man. Yo, I didn't see Bass Reeves. Yeah, Bass Reeves. T.O.'s dad will be selling socks at the gas station in 5 years. Hey, man. Hey, doing a little overtime today. Dre's finest. Salute, Hey, what's going on? Dre's finest in the building. What's going on, man? What's happening with you, sir? And my guy, again, Poppy Bird 69 said, Bud is goofy. Spence will hurt him badly on the inside. No, he can't fight on the inside. He's definitely going to get murked if he fights on the inside. I'm going to tell you for sure, he's going to get murked if he fights on the inside. Murked. If he fights on the inside, that's a wrap. He can't do it. That's just a mismatch on the inside. I watched him fight on the inside. He can't fight on the inside. No. He cannot do that, bro. No. Thomas Hill says, shout out to the main man, Steph Brown. Alexia, great day when you're in it, champ. Was that right? Josh Rice said Spence is gonna force the fight inside. There's no getting around it. Look, man, if he can, he's gonna have to keep him off of that, dog. He is going to 100%, no doubt about it. He's going to have to keep that dude out the inside. But Fanon, duck switches stances. Nah, dog, he's going to get hurt on the inside. He can't do it. And I'm telling you that affirmatively. I'm telling you, he cannot fight that man on the inside. There's no way he can do that. He's nowhere near he's not good at it. Let me tell you, not only can he not do it, he's not good at it. Like, he cannot do that. He can't fight Ugas like that. No chance. He's got to keep it in mid-range. He's got to throw those combinations, be able to keep that stuff in mid-range and run off combinations. Run off combinations when he's taking a step back. Run off combinations when he pushes them off, throw some combinations. But Terrence Crawford on the inside is clinch. He clinches. No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, cannot do it. For now, they keep acting like Bud is Floyd. Look, man, I'm going to tell you right now. Terrence Crawford is no Floyd Mayweather Jr. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. don't need to be fighting on the inside with Errol either. Let me repeat. Dude, he ain't no Errol Spence Jr. and he ain't no Floyd, and Floyd don't need to fight Errol like that. He does not have that type of defense up close. He's not slipping shots, countering all that stuff on the inside and working you. No, he's not doing it. He's not doing it. Listening from New York, what's going on, man? Mr. Smith said, maybe I can earn a wrench one day. Hey, Mr. Smith, man, what is your name in the chat, bro? You get a wrench as soon as I see you, brother. Much love with that $2 holler, brother. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, man, you got it. Just let me know what your name is, man. I ain't got no problem with that, man. I appreciate you, man. Hey, I appreciate the supporters, man. You guys are what's really important, dog. No joke. Thomas says, yeah, Crawford ain't seen nothing like that either. Look, man, I'm telling you right now, you cannot fight Errol Spence Jr. on the inside. Cannot do it. The great wrenching. Yeah, I just need to know who you are, man. And then I'll do it. Hopefully, King, even though he probably wrote that in a way to pronounce it Kang, hopefully they won't, jump in there and slip something on you. But just let me know who you are, man. I'm at the very bottom of the chat too. So if you put something above the last chat that I see, which is Mike Biggs Boxing, if you put it above that, I really can't say it. Hey, check Jason in the building said, hey, the search is for the missing Rick Timms. Hey, because I ain't talking about Terrence Crawford, bro. I'm telling you. Rick Timms say he bored about talking about Terrence Crawford, but he ain't bored about talking about Terrence Crawford. Hey, Dre's Finest in the building. He said, Dre's Finest said, I'm a believer in supporting my people. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. But look, hey, Dre, unless you Puerto Rican today, hey, dog, I got to give you that $5 back, bro, because I'm doing the Shakur Stevenson, bro. I'm now Puerto Rican because I want to be a Latino so I can talk bad about Devin Haney and y'all can call me a racist. No, I'm joking. Kind of serious, though. No joke. Thank you, Dre's Finest. I'm Puerto Rican for the day because you can't prove I'm not. Hey, seriously, man. Dog, now for all y'all Latinos, and dog, trust me, dog, I got nothing but love for Latinos, believe it. But I'm telling you straight up, dog, y'all got to stop acting like you ain't black, bro. Okay? Take a picture. All you Dominicans talking that craziness, dog, look. Tell me I'm not. Take a picture and tell me I'm not. How you going to prove it? I see black baseball over there, dog. Prove it. Prove it. Hey, say, Dave, listen, why you start with the trolls, dog? Because I'm having fun today, man. Dog, look, seriously, man, I like Southpaw, dog. Southpaw is really good. And he's making me more like, I'm no black. Hey, Jim said, I know black, I Puerto Rican. Hey, man, I am today, dog. I just want to let y'all know. I'm Puerto Rican today, dog, so don't give me. He said, ask the next police officer that you see. I'm going to make sure I got this shirt on, dog. I'm going to make sure I got this shirt on, dog, when I do that. Hey, you know who be confused? Hey, you know what is funny, though? You know who be staring at me like since I went bald? Do you know who looks at me in the face the most confused? Indians. Them Eastern Indians, you know what I mean? Them, the Rajibs. I'm not talking about, Lone Wolf. I'm talking about like Rajib. You know what I mean? Dude, them cats be looking at me super funny, bro. I'll be walking by them, they be like, yeah, exactly. You don't know. I'll be looking at them like, man, Zay, this is me, Yannick. Okay, I got you. Hey, I'll be like, yeah, dog. Hold on one second, man. Let me go to your channel. Make sure nobody steals something from you, dog. Okay, that's my brother right there. All right, we got you. 2015 in the building, wrenched up like a champ. Absolutely, positively, all day. You know what it is. You know what a TI is. Hey, my guy. Hey, man, thank you. Mr. Paris back in that Cash App said, hey, with the $5 holler, let me get these gums for the $2 holler. Puerto Rican. Hey, man, I'm not Puerto Rican. I rock with the Puerto Ricans, though. I think they're really good people, man. Richard Paris said, When was the last time that Bud went the distance? Because I would be interested to see if he has the stamina to be evasive and counter arrows pace for 10 rounds. He hasn't gone it since Victor Postal, I think. About 6 years. He hasn't gone the distance in 6 years. He ain't gone the distance in 6 years. Hey, Adrien Molina said, I can't swim. Adrien say, I can't swim. hey, that's what it's funny though, man. It's funny, but I ain't gonna lie, dog. Yeah, I can't lie. Because really, do you know what Puerto Ricans really are, though? Really, really are. Like the closest connection to American blacks and Puerto Ricans are Creoles. They're Creole. Like they're really Creole. But it's not French, it's Spanish. And they were on their own island. Other than that, dog, there's like really no real big difference between Creoles and Puerto Ricans. Sheena in the building. What's going on? Said, anyway, man, look, like I said before I started having fun, I'm passable without my hair. Oh, yeah, you know what it is. Oh, I can definitely pass for Puerto Rican, bro. Dominican, Cuban. Actually, my family, Cuban is an actuality for me. But, yeah, all of that. Just got to speak the Spanish. You just got to be able to speak the language. And guess what? So can Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder can pass for Puerto Rican, too. Just speak the language. Looks like a bunch of Puerto Ricans. Look like that. Hey, Yanni, anytime. But look, back here, man. Hey, GM said, Puerto Ricans are just black people that like rice a little bit too much. I'm telling you, Creoles. Creoles eat rice with everything. Say Juan Jack said, definitely Cuban. Yeah. Anyway, I got Cuban people. Anyway, like I said, let me get back to I was just having some fun for a little while, trying to spice it up a little bit. Yeah, dog, you can be a whole bunch of stuff. You could be Mother Africa, Terry Schmoot. You can pass for anything. Terry Schmoot, dog, you could be straight up Nigerian, dog. Be like, where you from? Hey, Lagos. Brada. All you have to learn to say is, hey, brada. If you say, hey, brada, you say, hey, brada, you good. You good to go, dog. I can't sneak up nowhere in Nigeria, dog. They be like, man, where the fuck you from, dog? You better get on up out of here. You better get on up out of here, half-breed, before we snatch your ass up. Before we snatch your ass up, you better go on hit them bricks, bro. Hit the bricks with everybody else, dog. See you later. Copper Rap Bridges said, I love rice. What y'all talking about? Yeah, man, they got all kind of, man, come on, man. They got all kind of everybody, man. It's just one group of people, dog, okay? Anyway, though, let's get back to this. Why can't I get no smoke from y'all? I don't talk bad about y'all. All I ask is that you stop doing this intelligence discrimination against me. You out there willing to give everybody the smoke, except me. I got not a bigger channel. It is not, you know what it is. You know what I mean? Come on, man. I got 120,000 subscribers. You can't tell me you don't know who I am, and I'm asking for the smoke. You used to say my name all the time. Now you just say my name every once in a while. Oh, the videos ain't there. None of that. None of that. When you used to think it was easy money. Hey, say, because you flew in a snake. Dog, like, I'm just trying to tell you, I can get no smoke. I like debating people. I like it. And, dog, I may come out of retirement. I'm not even in retirement. I've been trying to get out of retirement. I can't get a fight. Like, for real, dog. It's like, come on, man. Y'all do all of that snickering and bickering over there on Twitter, dog. And I'm right here. Twitter people specifically will not show their face and argue for nothing. For nothing. Will not show their face and argue with somebody for nothing. And they know you like it. Hey, say, Fanon uses that lawyer talk. That's what, don't be trying to twist me up with that lawyer talk. Man, what lawyer talk? Man, what lawyer talk? I'm still waiting to what is this lawyer talk? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, man? Man, I need some more coffee, man. This is fun. Check Jason in the building. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. Everybody else gets to build their reputation, get to build their name off of out for going to cats, and I can get no smoke. Y'all go around to everybody else's channel, argue with everybody named mama, but me. And I see you. I'm like, and I see you. And I see these dudes just switching you up. I see him just switching you up. I see BMTB sitting there like, hey, yeah, I'll let KO KO can do this today. Go ahead, KO, you can do this one. And I'll be like, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, Yanni in the chat. It's Yanni in the chat. Thank you, brother. I got you, brother. Much love, brother. He said, lawyer talk. You mean English? Yeah, dog. They mean English, dog. They mean English. That's exactly what they mean. They mean basic English. Mr. Jason said, showing love on the behalf of the support king, John Bowie. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Support for John Bowie, brother. I'm logical. I agree that Tank and Shakur outcome has to be seen. Look, here, let me talk about that one because that's actually kind of fun for a second. That's actually kind of a fun conversation to have. Okay. Here's the link again, though, as I try to get y'all to come on over here. Look, I don't even know what that is. Honestly, I don't know what you mean. It's English. It's just English. The problem is the logic. What they really mean is shout out to Puerto Rico all day. Look, man, here's the problem. The problem is the logic. And the fact that you guys want to run around playing a bunch of games. That's the problem. That you want to run around. Lawyer talk is trickeration. Man, dude, T. Orlando, I am confused. What is it? Dog, T. Orlando is a practicing litigator. I need to know what is it? What is it? I have no idea what that is. Every time somebody says it, every word that I've ever heard, I'm telling you, from the rule against perpetuity to habeas corpus to it doesn't matter, man. Res ipsa loquitur. The only thing you'll ever hear is Latin. Latin, yes. I can understand if you're making things prima facie. If you're talking about things that they say in Latin, okay. I can get with somebody said, hey, man, you have to establish a prima facie case, right, on its face. Something like that. Like, I can understand that. But if you just telling somebody something that is basic logic, basic words like in perpetuity, perpetual motion, perpetuity, that's English. That is flat out English. If you look up if you just use context clues, in perpetuity. What's another word that sounds like perpetuity? Perpetual. What's perpetual? What perpetual motion? Forever. Inter alia is my favorite Latin phrase. Now, see, God dog it. That's what I'm saying. Now, that is absolutely positively a legal phrase. Okay. That I will say, okay, yeah. If you do not know what that is, then okay. If you don't get it, cool. I get you. But other than that, dog, I'm not trying to hear it, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hear it, bro. It's simple. People set up rules. When you set up your own rule, you know what that means. If you have a rule, that's fine. If you have, and I listen to people slaughtering y'all with this stuff, which is why I'm saying, why won't y'all talk to me? I'm mad. I ain't gonna lie, dog, I'm mad. Because I'm listening to people use stone cold logic on y'all. literally taking bats to your brain with it, and I can't get it. I used to be the only one. I swear I was the only one that, among some other things, I was the only one. Now, literally, dog, you got, and I mean this with all compliments, Chris Trucker be slamming y'all people's heads up against the walls with it. Just flat out wrapping you up, just making you look, God, dog, making you look bad out there. Liberal arts people are caught up speaking poor English. I don't know, man. I think all English is good. I know what you guys mean. Your context clues work. Hey, man, Mike Kirkland in the building said for John Bowie and Steph Brown. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you so much, man. And again, I did get checked. Jason in the building for show. Says showing love on behalf of the support King John Bowie. Yes, sir. Right there with the $5 holler, brother. Thank you, man. Man, I don't care who you are, bro. You cannot get away with just issue. I'm not even going to do it anymore because so many people just do it. Not even so many people do it because y'all really don't know how to do it because you really can't do it. You know what I mean? Like you're not in the position to do it. Some people are just going to lose all day because you're not in the position to do it. You just can't do it. And the reason I'm not saying you're not able to do it, I'm telling you, you're just not in the position to do it because you are full of shit and you know it. Okay? Because you are full of shit. You absolutely cannot use logic because it will wrap your ass up in your own shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's this song called what was the words to Maggot Brain, bro? There's a song by Parliament in the 1960s called the Funkadelic called Maggot Brain. And I should listen to the work, man. What is this? Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, Mother Earth is pregnant for the third time, for y'all have knocked her up. I have tasted the maggots in the mind of the universe. I was not offended, for I knew I had to rise above it all or drown in my own shit. I swear I never knew what these dudes were talking about until just a second. It's logic. It's logic. It's logic. Mother Earth, our perception is fucked. Because y'all have absolutely, positively screwed up people's perception of reality with your illogical bullshit. I have tasted the maggots in the mind of the universe. That maggot in the mind of the universe is your lack of logic, your illogical nature. Your let me make up a rule for every circumstance as long as I get what I want, my own selfish nature. Parasite on the universality of logic. I was not offended. Not offended. But I knew I had to be more logical or I was going to drown in my own shit. I was going to be sucked in with the rest of you clowns if I don't start using logic in order to guide my motion, my movements throughout my life. I'm telling you, there is wisdom in almost all things if you know how to look for it. But when I was thinking of y'all and like, what kind of people are you idiots? You're maggot brains. You cannot have a coherent thought because of the parasites of your own selfishness boring through your synapses. And I absolutely positively got to get away from that. Otherwise, I'm going to do it and I'm going to drown in my own. Y'all are terrible, bro. I swear to God, y'all are terrible, man. Hey, said maggot, maggot brain, P-Funk, you dig? I'm telling you, the P-Funk. Y'all don't remember that. Make your funk the P-Funk. We wants to get funked up. Yeah, man, I love that stuff, man. AB, another beat down. You know what I mean? Yeah, the root night. I'm trying to tell you that's what it is, man. And you guys can't, but you can't do it because you are just stuck on what you want to. You're stuck on what you want. Terrible, man. Copper Aborigine said, phenomenal African. Do you remember when Big George made his comeback? He wasn't getting them out of there until he got his timing back. Then he started falling down like bowling pins. Yeah, he's got to get his timing back. AB, no joke. Malcolm Allen in the building. Actually, several people in the building. Steph in the building said, lawyer talk, speaking English. This is hard. This is hard. Hey, man, I'm just telling you, man, that's how they do it. That's how these guys do it. I've been told you that. And I'm going to maintain it. Hey, my guy Malcolm Bagnan said, for support for upper echelon, protect that family. Oh, man, he's a hero. They tried to run up in there, dog. He says something about that, too. About cats going to try to run up in there, man. He knew it was coming. Michael Dim said, for John Boy, the gyms you drop, for John Boy and the gyms you drop for free. Thank you. Thank you, Michael Dims. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that support a whole lot. I don't think AB is done, man. I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done. Done. AB's post-fight press conference was hilarious. Did they actually have a press conference? Or are you talking about when they were talking about the Fanon, that's my favorite funk group, Parliament, P-Funk, George Clinton. Yeah, they were great, bro. I got 2 private chats. What's this? Black Adam said, unblock me. Bro, I ain't blocking squat. Till I hear your voice. Black Adam, unblock me. I'm not blocking squat. Or is that yesterday? You might have said that yesterday. No, you said that today. You didn't say that yesterday. I'm not blocking squat. Get on here. Let me hear your voice, Black Adam. Let me hear your voice. The Puerto Rican Adam. Exactly. Exactly. The Puerto Rican Adam. Let me hear your voice. And then I'll unblock you. Let me hear your voice. And then I'll unblock you. But anyway, so now I'll open up the panel to anybody that wants to talk boxing. I wanted to again let you guys know, nobody wants no smoke with me on these conversations. And that's okay. It's cool. I've learned to accept this. Okay? That you guys are no black fighter. You guys are... Y'all are just doing me dirty, dog. Anyway, AB finally let his hands go, but he needs work. His muscle is lacking and his muscle memory isn't there. Oh, no doubt. Yeah. He definitely wasn't super sharp. That guy had been fighting more often than he did. How many weight classes do you see Arrow going up to? 160. I see him fighting all the way up to 160. I don't see 168. I think 168 is a little big for him, from what I can see. From what I can see, 168 is a little big for him. Just a little bit too big. But I can see him going up to 160. I can see him fighting in middleweight. You know, the Devin-Chankos of the world, things like that. I can see it. But really, I just see him having like 3 or 4 more fights, to tell you the truth. I don't think for Errol, I think it's going to be more about his fights. I think it's more about his fights than it is necessarily about what weight classes that he goes to. Yeah, but see, when upper echelon, when you said Shalom, upper echelon, that rhymed. When he talked about going to fight Canelo, he's talking about the fight. He's not necessarily talking about the weight class. He said he's going to go to 154, like he can finally go to 154. Like he's been wanting to go to 154 for a while. And so him wanting to go 154, I don't think that other than him not being at 147, because it's probably difficult for him to make that fight, for him to make the weight. I think he's probably looking for the fights. And it's going to be interesting to see what fights there are. Because the really big fights for him, one of them is a fight. Adrien Molina said, he said, what's Puerto Rican Adam mean? There's a troll. Hey, Adrien Molina, much love in that super chat, bro. Now, Puerto Rican Adam, what he meant was, I think that they were saying was, there was a guy named Black Adam who is not letting me know who he is, who is probably not black. So the way that I took it was because I was wearing a Puerto Rican shirt that they said Puerto Rican Adam and not Black Adam. Because usually somebody would say to me, oh, I'm Black Adam, not catching that I know that Black Adam is the superhero Black Adam. But because I'm wearing a Puerto Rican shirt, a Puerto Rico shirt today, that is I think that that's what they meant. Puerto Rican Adam. Hope that makes sense to you. Why am I missing his? I'm tripping. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I don't think it was definitely not an insult. If it was, Cass can get up out of here with all of that. But no, I don't think it was an insult. I just think because the guy kept asking, Black Adam keeps asking to get a wrench back and all of that stuff. Errol at the point, he not taking no top-notch fight. He not taking no top-notch fighters. Maybe Boots before he retires. Errol at the point, he's not taking no top-notch fighter. Why you say that? You don't think he's going to take a top anything? He's not going to take top-notch fighters? I'm confused by that. Hey, Adrien Molina, can you acknowledge that you heard my response to you, Adrien Molina? Juan Jackson said Boots wants Bud. Oh, okay, cool. You got me. All right, good. Yeah, that's because I'm Puerto Rican for the day. Because I was joking that, dog, I can literally put Puerto Rican on here and y'all wouldn't know if I was Puerto Rican or black. As long as if I spoke Spanish, you wouldn't know. Unless maybe you were Puerto Rican and then you'd be like, okay, I know you're not Puerto Rican because of the things that I actually say. You know what I mean? Man, somebody came through here like huge. Expensive paper in the building. Just showing support to Felix Fanon. Yeah, Felix Fanon. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Un saludos a mes boricua. Saludo to my Puerto Rican brother, I think. Something like that. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Hey, expensive paper came in big time with a half 100 on that bitch, bro. I didn't appreciate you calling in only to serenade him, player. Yeah, dog. Oh, that's what he is. Yeah, just to play me some music. Dog, come on, man. I can't get no smoke. I did. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Check Jason in the building said to wipe those that are full of ish. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Said I'm gonna hit him with the wrench, Puerto Rican style. Yes, sir. Hey, man, Amanda Serrano relocated to Puerto Rico. Bomb Squad. I ride with Bomb Squad no matter what. I don't care if Bomb Squad likes me or not. Because I think I'm on the outs with certain members of the Bomb Squad over BLK Prime. I think I'm on the outs over this Devin Haney thing, dog. I'm sorry. I cannot tell a dog. I used to work for the Boy Scouts, bro. I Scouts honor, bro. I cannot do that, dog. You know what I'm saying? I cannot do that. Check Jason the Bill said, clean up the shit of some people being illogical. Yeah, they're terrible, bro. Dog, y'all are much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you so much. And we got upper echelon in the building. What's going on, brother? Shalom to you, brother.
Everybody, peace and blessings. Hope everybody's well and in good health right now. What I was saying was Earl's at the point in his career, he's not taking nothing but top-notch fighters. And
nothing but top-notch. Okay,
yeah. I don't see nobody really except for Crawford, Charlo, maybe somebody in 160 if they show up. But I see Crawford, Charlo, and Canelo. That's the three fights I see for Earl next. Because I don't see Earl fight nobody that's not a big name and that's not going to make no pay-per-view. Because Earl, he's going for the big names right now. And there's really not no really big names out there. And if Charlo don't do it, he might get Tim Kazoo. I was thinking about that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That makes sense to me. I think you're 100% right about that. That's why I was saying I don't think it's about the weight class. I think it's about the fight.
Yeah, and I think Earl can still beat Canelo because he's a little bit bigger than Canelo, and Hell, Earl walk around about 160, 170 if he wants to. Hell, he done got up to almost 200 before the Danny fight. And you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
he's
Look like that
fighting.
shit. He shouldn't have had that on him, though.
Yeah, but he be fighting like heavyweights and heavyweights in the sparring in the gym, going full speed. He's doing that now. They going like 16 rounds. They said they because I talked to Derek James. He said, yeah, Earl get it in, starting with Charlo, sometimes ending with Sir Marcus, sometimes ending with the other light heavyweight they got up there. They say he be getting in there with Joshua. So Earl getting his power in. That's why he's able to take them shots. That's why Bud has no way to hurt Earl right there. And like the video I had made earlier, they say styles make fights, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, Earl done copied and mastered everybody's style, so he's ready for any fight right there. See, people don't understand. Earl is a built fighter. You know, he was developed. While Terrence Crawford, they picked and choose. If you look at all Terrence Crawford's fights, most of his opponents are the same and on the same level. He's not progressing. If anything, he's digressing. See, Earl, he fought an undefeated Emmanuel Arte early in his career, and that was a struggle because he was getting hit with some shots. But he overcame,
Regressing.
huh?
Regressing.
Yeah, regressing. But Earl took them shots and he got better. Then he went through Phil LaGreco, who was 24-1. Then went through Van Heerden, Algieri. You know, the people that can dance around the ring. So Earl became a master at cutting off the ring. Then he started getting there with people like Bundu, Sean Porter, the ones that like to go to the body. He decided to fight Sean Porter in his own fight. If Earl would have fought Sean Porter the way he normally fights, it'd have been much easier. But Earl said, I'm gonna beat him at his game. So he decided to get in the dugout with Sean Porter. He outboxed Mikey Garcia and Danny Garcia because he showed that he got ring generalship. Plus, he was fighting counter punches, so he was perfecting himself against the counter punches. So when we seen Ugas, we seen damn near the finished product because Earl progressed each fight. Each fight he takes away from each fighter that he fights from. He absorbs their knowledge. Like when he fought Kell Brook, you know, he got the toughness. And when he reached the 6th round, we seen Earl get to the point whether he was going to break or he was going to pop through that ceiling. And see, Earl popped through that ceiling, and now he has a whole nother wavelength. See, a lot of people don't know to get great, you have to push yourself to the limit. And when you push yourself to the limit, some people can't go past that limit, and some people can progress through that limit and set a new limit for themselves. And that's what Earl does. He pushes himself to the limit and busts through the limit. That's what makes him so great. See, Terrence Crawford could have been great like that, but he's never really been pushed to his limit. He's never seen what he can do and if he can go past that. And see, that's why we say iron sharpened iron. Like when Holyfield fought Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe gave Holyfield everything that he can handle. But Holyfield learned from that and he pushed past that. And you see, he won the second fight. And see, Riddick Bowe had to upgrade his skills a little bit more. And see, that's how iron sharpens iron. Because he ended up beating him on the third time. Just like when Rockman beat Lennox Lewis the first time, Lennox had to step his game up some more and destroyed him in the second one. So see, if you don't fight against great fighters, if you don't fight against like Floyd, you see, he fought different styles and different types of fighters. Floyd fought great fighters at certain times as he progressed in that way. If you don't fight people and progress your skills, you will be stuck stagnant. And it's going when you go against somebody that skills has evolved over and over and over, it's going to show the difference in your abilities. And I hate to say it, but when Crawford and Spence fight, the Kell Brook and the Sean Porter fight will look harder than the Spence Crawford fight. I'm telling you, I'm on record saying that. Spence is going to stop that man early, like round 7 or 8. Because Bud's going to come out there. He's going to think he's better than what he is because he's starting to believe the hype that they got him believing. And he's going to go out there and then he's going to get clipped. And then when he get clipped, all that boxing going to go out the window. Because if you notice, anytime Bud get clipped, then he wants to start bullying. And when he coming there with them looping shots trying to bully Earl, he's going to get tagged. And he's going to get tagged often and early. He hasn't fought nobody that hits as hard as Earl. And see, since Earl hasn't been on the strength and conditioning on that Mikey, Danny, and Sean fights, people forget what type of power Earl used to have. People forget Earl was a world beater. Didn't nobody want to fight Earl? But after he got smart, and he said 50% of himself is better than 100% of these other fighters, and he stopped taking it seriously, you know, the fight started looking a lot closer. And people started feeling like Earl done lost it. But see, Earl's been in training camp since before the Ugas fight. When he fought Ugas, he took 2 days rest and went right back in there. So Terrence Crawford's going to get an Earl Spence that's been 2 years training with strength and conditioning. It's going to be a slaughter. I'm telling you.
Hey, man, we'll see.
I'm telling everybody now, Earl Spence is plus 465 on a knockout. If y'all got $100 to spare, you can't lose. Go ahead and put it on Earl Spence for the knockout. Hell, I got 3,000 on it right now. And if after these bets keep going, by the end of the time when it's time to, everything I got left on my betting account is going right on there. But I got to continue betting till it's up. Then I ain't trying to get my account too low. But yeah, I'm just giving everybody forewarning. It's free money.
All right, bro. I got you, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, everybody
how things going with you though, man? You think you're getting a little better, man?
Yeah, the pain medicines keep me good. I was knocked out today though, but yeah, it's getting better, I guess. You know, they say it has to close from the inside out, because you know, on one of my legs, it got the whole back of it got blew out from the front, like it went through the front, knocked the whole back of the thing off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they had put like 100 some staples and everything in there, and the other side, you know, it's just they healing.
Okay, man. That's what's up, man. Well, hey, man, you in our prayers, man. Keep it going, brother. Thanks for the support. Upper echelon, Shalom, my brother. Peace and blessings to you.
All right, everybody have a blessed day right now. And I'll back in the chat.
All right, man. That's what's up. Peace. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That man right there. Hey, Rob Mills said, AB not done. Madonna bare knuckle gloves. Bare knuckle gloves took a lot. Hey, man, they don't even care about them bare knuckle gloves. Now, hey, man, it's back on them bare knuckle gloves, dog. Back on them bare knuckle gloves, dog. That's what I want to know. Holiday is in the building. What's going on, Holiday?
Hey, top of the morning, gentlemen. Top of the morning. You know what? I'd like to echo what that last gentleman just said. I have a job where I manage 2 offices. So I'm going to get the opportunity to go into Nevada because we're trying to get some work with that Formula One race over in November. It's October and November. We're trying to get some of that Formula One work because I work for a trucking company. I'm in business development. So, it gives me a reason to go there. I think I'm going to drop like a couple hundred for Spence and the knockout. But I called with a question. Has anyone heard anything about a rehydration clause or anything like that? Or these guys can go? Because I wonder how that's going to play a part in this fight, because if there isn't one, Spence can potentially come in there 20 pounds more than this dude, and he's already bigger, physically. So how do you think that'll play a role in this fight? And I'll take your answer off camera.
All right, man. Hey, the answer to that is no rematch clause, no rehydration clause. There is none, Holiday. There is none. There is no rehydration clause. No rehydration clause for that fight. So I just think that it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same situation those guys have had in every one of their fights. I think really the thing for Errol is going to be his conditioning and the fact that he's going to be in top-notch shape. One of the things that Upper Echelon pointed out to, and I think you could see, Ashley's Corner says Spence is not going to be a lot bigger than Bud. Yeah, he probably won't. Bud Crawford's a pretty big dude. In the weight class, he's a welterweight. He came from lightweight and went to welterweight. People call it 3 weight classes, but really, historically speaking, it's only 1. For the majority of boxing history, until we got all these extra weight classes like that fake 140, because those guys are welterweights. If they were fighting in the 1960s, they would have to go from 135 right to 147. So there's a lot of people that went straight from 135 to 147. It's not unheard of at all. So really, I think Terrence Crawford is just a very, very big lightweight and a middle-sized welterweight. There's 12 pounds. He had to get 12 pounds more water. He had to get 12 pounds of water off of his. He said bare knuckle gloves is an oxymoron. It is, but you know what it is. They're basically saying there's no padding. But you can have bare knuckle gloves. You can have bare knuckle gloves. Gloves just don't cover the knuckles. They got weightlifting gloves that are bare knuckles. They got all 4 of your knuckles showing, and those are gloves. Weightlifting gloves are bare knuckles. Can be bare knuckle. And my guy Adrien Molina said, we're the Latino, we the Latinos accept Fanon into our Latino community. Thank you. It is now official. I'm a Latino. I be making fun of my mama because my mama is Latino. Like, literally is. Like, and I be laughing at her, dog. I trying to say her that. She look at me all, man. She just be cutting her eyes at me. But I get to, it's my mama, so I can play with her. I got my aunt's name is Aunt Juanita and Aunt Olga. Just so you know. My favorite aunt's name is Aunt Juanita. So that right there is, so I'm Latino. Yeah, man. I've been technically speaking, dog, my mother's Latino. So yeah. Dad fluent Spanish. Which is the reason why I want Dev to fight Ennis. Oh yeah, Devin should fight Ennis. It's a very doable fight, man. That's a very doable fight. Brock Howard, Cash App doesn't let you say a lot, so that's why I put it. Oh, if you want to say a lot, Brock Howard, say it in the PayPal. This is the PayPal. Anybody who wants to support the channel and say whatever they want to say, support in the PayPal right here. And you can't, and watch this, and you can't fake the PayPal. I know a lot of people have Cash App. You really can't fake PayPal, though, because it's based off this email. So there you go. But that's the PayPal right there if you want to support. If not, just click the link and you can say whatever you want to say, man. You don't got to show your face. You know what I mean? Brock, you ain't got to show your face. I will definitely still read it. You know what I mean? I'll definitely still let you on. And on top of it, if you put it in the comment section, and just put $signs by it, I'll read it. Put like $4. I don't know how long you can type in the you can type pretty long in the chat. I think you can. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. Look, man, I'm trying to get y'all on here, man. I'm looking for the smoke. Who wants to debate me over Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr.? I don't even care anymore. Hey, Fanon, thanks for the PayPal info. Hey, man, dog, seriously, thank you all. Thank all of y'all for your support. Like, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. It is such a nice, y'all don't understand what a big luxury it is to have supporters. What a luxury. I mean, what a look, because a lot of people don't have it, dog. They have a lot of people in their chats. They don't get this, and they can get a lot of views of videos. Lots of people watch their videos. A lot of people, but dog, to get the support like you guys give, dog, seriously, it ain't no joke, man. That's why I think it's good to be educated too. I will tell you this. I'm the best educated of all of y'all. Not all of y'all in the chat, but all the YouTube channels, I am most definitely the best educated. That's the only thing that I will say, and I'm saying that as a matter of fact. I'm not saying that as a matter of bragging or anything, but as far as formal education goes, without a doubt, I am the most formally educated person that there is doing boxing videos on YouTube, without a doubt. But guess what that means? Not a lot. That's not a lot, dog. It's not a lot, which is why you guys start jumping in here with these contract conversations with me and business conversations with me about all of that, dog. You can't. It's why you really can't hang. And I mean it. You really cannot hang with me. That's why every time we've been talking about this stuff, and let me blow my own horn for a second. That's why y'all won't apologize to me about all this stuff, about contracts, about Showtime going out of business. Do you know who has the biggest chance of going out of business? And nobody's talking about it? Top Rank. There was an article that came out about Top Rank. I'm not even going to say because I know people aren't going to talk about it because it's not, you know, you don't get to put Al Heyman and Gervonta Davis's name in it. It involves fighters like Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez and those type of guys that are going to probably wind up moving everything over to ESPN Plus. All of it. More and more. What's the fight on tonight? Fanon, I think you have a balance, Fanon, between formal and being an autodidact. But look, it's primarily formal because I have the root in it. My business education is very formal, but it's experiential. Not my business in the business knowledge is apprentice. Is having been an apprentice. I had a long apprenticeship in it. I don't have a formal education in well, I do, because you have to take certain business classes and all that stuff to get out. But no, dude, I've worked with some of the best entrepreneurs, man, dude, cats, and specifically people that specialize in management consulting. I mean, I've got more project managers. I got project managers for days that are related to me. You know, it's just so it's very easy. And project management knowing how to manage projects is very serious. That's a very, very, it's a high level skill set. And it's a skill set. And I have the skill set of project management, which helps me, and having worked on a lot of re-engineering things, a lot of re-engineering projects. So business re-engineering. So if you have not actually ever consulted on a re-engineering project, I don't know if they still use the word re-engineering as much as they did in the 90s and early 2000s. I've been in management for a minute. It's rough. Yeah, but see, you've been in management. You've been actually doing the manager, actually to be the consultant in the management in improving their processes and their inputs, recognize their inputs, their outputs, their products, right? Their products, their stakeholders, all of those type of people, and understanding how you do that, and even at a high level, it is a distinct skill set that you're not going to get on YouTube channels, and you're not going to get from a boxing manager. You're not going to get from a boxing promoter. And so when people say the business of boxing, no, bro, it's just business. It's just business. That's what they mean by it's just business. It's just business. And you use it. It's nothing personal. It's just business. Business is business. No matter what you're doing, business is business. You can be a mobster. Business is business. Do you know the only difference between, the difference between a mobster's business and a regular business? Anybody want to know the key difference between the two is? And it's an illegal world. I got to throw into it because I performed well and had to learn on the fly rough. Yeah, it is rough. It is. Managing people is difficult. Hey, my guy, T Cole 69 said, keep it up. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. No, it's not the law breaking. It's related to that, though. It's the remedy. It's the remedy. The only difference is the remedy. You cannot go to a court of law or call the police to settle your issues for you. The state won't get involved. Other than that, it's the same. That's it. Now, you definitely have risks and failure where you have bankruptcy over here and you've got jail over there. But the difference is that you cannot call the police to enforce your drug deals for you. If you could call the police to enforce your drug deals, there would be no difference between you and Kaiser Permanente, except for the scale. So-called legitimate businesses they break the law daily. They do. I understand that. They do. But it's the enforcement of it. If you commit fraud, somebody can call and seek out a remedy for your fraud. If you're dealing drugs, your remedy, you can't call anybody to remedy it but yourself. And you know exactly what they're going to do to remedy it. And to discourage other people from doing it again. It's the same justifications that people put behind tort, behind the litigation of torts. Same thing, same reason for doing it in something where you just don't have the court of law or that type of remedy available to you. Yeah, the government breaks a deal every day, but who's going to do something to them? Nobody. You got to go to war for that. That's what wars are for. You know what I mean? You swim with the fishes. Remedy for 9. Yeah, man, I like the Chicago version. You're going to drown in 3 inches of water. Yeah, man, it can be real serious stuff, man. Hey, anyway, hit the link, man. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's war. Yeah, war. And even then, they act like there's rules in war. There ain't no rules. Yeah, there's rules. Okay, yeah, sure. There are rules that justify you taking separate actions. But whatever. People do what they do. I don't want to get into that too much. Except for tell y'all to click the link. Again. And did I ever get it? No, I never got it. I never got smoke. I never really did get smoke. Hold on, listen. That's hilarious. No snitching used to be a rule. Hey, man, I have a degree in international affairs. I always laughed about rule of war. Oh, did you? That's dope. Yeah, I have a degree in political science, and I laugh at that too. There is no rules. There's rules that you use. They set up rules that they justify, that they justify them going after other people as war criminals when the people that are doing it are war criminals also. It's whatever, man. It's get a pharmaceutical license and an EIN, TN, deal your drugs, and pay the taxes. Hey, that pharmaceutical license ain't no easy route though, bro. That shit is kind of complicated. You know? That's kind of complicated. In Georgia. That University of Georgia. Yeah, look, man. Like I said, I have a BA. Somebody was trying to troll me on Twitter the other day. It was like, you're so uneducated. Like, look, let me tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to pay all this damn money to be for this education that I have and let y'all clowns sit up there and tell me I'm not. So the fact that you would say that I'm not tells me that you aren't, because you can easily recognize somebody that is very quickly, very, very quickly. And a BA is nothing. Now, I mean, it's not nothing, but it's not a lot. You know what I mean? Like a BA is really just like a glorified high school degree. That's what I think of it as, compared to somebody that has a master's or say a BS, Georgia Tech and JD. Oh man, yeah, you smart, bro. You one of them smart dudes. You one of them always did your homework dudes. T. Orlando Pierce is one of those guys that always did their homework, man. BS, Georgia Tech, JD, UGA. That's salute to you, man. Very well educated brother, man. Right there. For sure. Shout out to Cater, the wrench, the cattle ranch is with it. I receive that and appreciate it. I like that saying. I receive that and I appreciate that. Back at you. Hey, Mr. Howard, thank you, man. Oh, Brock Howard in the building said, my daughter, Sydney, on her 21st birthday. Hey, man, can we get some cake? Shout out to Sydney. I'm going to assume her last name's Howard. Sydney Howard on her 21st birthday. An adult, you out there in the world. Congratulations to you, sister. Much love in that Cash App. Thank you for that support, bro. And happy birthday, Sydney. Happy birthday, Sydney. Somebody hit that link, get some boxing talk. They don't like the smoke, bro. I'm trying to tell you, they don't hit the links for me. They don't hit that link. They don't like that link. They don't like the conversation. It's okay, though. They'll be back over there on their channel talking crazy later today. The only way I would sell them is to get, what is this? Is to get away with paying taxes and those selling. Hey, look, man, I had a hard time one time. I seriously contemplated it. I ain't gonna lie. I was in a rough spot and I was like, I might be willing to do that. Then I was like, nah, don't know how to. What's going on, Joe A in the building?
What's going on, Fanon? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing well. I can't complain about not a thing, man. Good to see your voice. What's going on with you, sir?
Nothing much, man. I'm really excited for tonight's fight. We've been spoiled, man. We've been spoiled this year in terms of boxing. I'm happy for tonight's fight. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. Let's get it. Let's get it. I want to find out what you think about. Well, I've got two questions. Who do you think's going to win? I want your prediction on today. I want a detailed prediction about who's going to win and why, etc. between Tio and Josh. And I have a question for you, and I've been thinking about it for maybe a couple of days. Which undisputed champion has had the hardest route, right? And the ones that came to mind were Alexander Usyk, Josh Taylor, Terence Crawford, and Jermell Charlo. In between them, we're not going to talk about Haney. In between those, who do you believe had the hardest route to becoming undisputed? For me, I'm going to say Jermell Charlo. I think that because obviously he lost, he had to win it back, and then he drew, then he had to, he had it was a harder time. And so when I see him low on the pound for pound list, I think that's just BS. I think he should be really high up there along with Alexander Usyk. And I also think that Josh Taylor's path to undisputed at 140 was a tougher path than Bud Crawford. What's your thoughts on that? I'm not gonna, I talk too much, right? So I'm gonna just ask this question and bounce.
You were working on being more extroverted. So talk. You said you were working on being more extroverted.
Yeah, I am. But I don't know if there's other people behind me or anything like that.
Man, trust me, I would tell you, man. Speak your mind, man. I ain't tripping. You said that, dude. You are a member of the channel, man. Even though we can't have memberships, man, you here all the time. You support. You said one of the things that you wanted to work on was you wanted to be more. You have to be more. I would say if you're in a situation to be able to show your face, that could help you as well. My wife is like, my wife is somebody that is more introverted. And over time, the more she speaks, the more comfortable she gets speaking in front of people. I understand that, man. So absolutely, man, knock yourself out, man. Don't feel like if it gets to the point where I need to cut, I'll cut. But that's also part of it. You don't have to worry about. You can just get used to speaking and not worry about whether or not somebody wants you to stop speaking. That's one of those because you're dipping into worrying about what somebody else thinks, right? Like
right.
Yeah, if you see that what was going on with Don King don't care. Don King gonna talk until Don King is done talking.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I really do appreciate you, bro. For real.
That's part of the hit. That's part of the hitch. You got to get over caring about what people think about what you're saying. That's a major hurdle. I don't think it's a major hurdle, but that's a hurdle. You have to be okay with somebody thinking that you're wrong. You got to be okay with that. And then as soon as you're okay with it, you can just allow it to flow, and you can just allow yourself to be, you just allow yourself to just be yourself, let it out,
Right.
But as far as what you asked though, as far as the Teofimo Lopez fight with Josh Taylor, I got Josh Taylor winning the fight. And I think it very well could be a situation where Teofimo Lopez gets stopped in like the 11th round, 10th or 11th round.
You're seeing it late. Okay.
Yeah, not early. No, it'll be a situation where, because first of all, dude, Teofimo Lopez, there's a lot of things that could happen. So when I'm telling you what I think is going to happen, I'm just telling you like how I see it in my mind's eye playing out. I see, first of all, that you have an orthodox and you have a southpaw dude. Josh Taylor's work rate is very high. He also has a good jab, and he's very aggressive. So he's a good counter puncher. Teofimo Lopez is also a very good counter puncher. So I think Josh Taylor's got to be very wary of Teofimo Lopez early in the fight. But if Teofimo Lopez's conditioning is not all the way on par, and he starts to get a little bit tired, he already holds his hands low, a little bit low. I can see in round 7, 8, 9, and 10, I can see Josh Taylor picking it up on him. And if he starts really landing shots, and Teofimo Lopez starts taking a lot of punishment, I can see him stopping. I can see that fight getting stopped. Like if Josh Taylor is going for all animal on it, Josh Taylor can stop him, man. You know what I mean? Because Josh Taylor's
a bit of an animal, man. He's got a real chip on his shoulder. He's got a chip on his shoulder. What do you think about? So
second question first.
So go ahead, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Second question first.
Yeah.
Before the third. The second question is about who do I think had the hardest route. I think it is clearly Jermell Charlo, and I think it's Jermell Charlo for the reasons that you stated. I think that the easiest, I went the most difficult. I mean, probably the most difficult is Jermell. The number 2 most difficult is if whoever wins Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence is probably going to be the second. If it's Errol, definitely Errol. Then after that, I may say. I mean, between Usyk and Terrence Crawford's about what honestly. Usyk didn't get to pick who his opponents were, but at the same kind of like Josh Taylor didn't, Josh Taylor. I think after Jermell, of the people that have it, would be Josh Taylor, because Josh Taylor had to beat both Jose Ramirez and Regis.
And Regis.
Yeah, and Regis to get it. So that's no joke. And then after that, I would probably say it's probably a tie between Terrence Crawford and what's his name,
Usyk.
and Usyk. And then after that, Monster Inoue. I think probably Monster Inoue after that, and then Devin Haney, because I think Devin Haney had the easiest. Like, it's almost impossible to get it any easier than that. So yeah, that's me. What was the third though?
The third one was just you were talking about. It was going back to the Josh Taylor Teo fight, and it was something that Teofimo Lopez's dad said. Senior, I think he's senior, right? I think he said that they're going to be bringing out this alter ego called Gardo. Apparently, it was what Teofimo Lopez was called during the amateurs, and he was a lot more boxer based, punch and jab, punch on the move, staying on his toes. And on one hand, I'm like, why are you telling? Because he was talking to Bill Haney. I was like, why are you putting it out there that that's what's going to happen? Number one, right? And number two, is that going to be the method that you use against Josh Taylor? Josh Taylor don't give a damn about no boxer. He'll take punch to land his combinations, and he'll cut off the ring. So, what's your thought on that? If Teofimo Lopez decides to be more of a boxer and result to more of an amateur style during this fight, do you think that can help him?
You broke up at the very end.
Do you think that can help him, the amateur style fighting Josh Taylor?
No.
Yeah, see? I'm the same ilk.
I think
it's hard to argue with you, man. It's so hard to find something to argue with you because I want to argue with you. I'm trying to figure something out to argue with you about, but there's nothing to fucking argue about.
That's the dog I'm trying to tell you, because that's the number one thing, man. Like, I'm not going to take a jab to the face for the fun of taking jabs to the face. Shit's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, if you say something that makes sense that I think I agree with, there's nothing to argue. There's nothing to argue about. You know what I mean? Like, that's the number one rule. You like, I'm taking fights that I can win, dog. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. I'm taking
cherry picking. You're cherry picking.
No, I'm not cherry picking. It's just like, look, like, if you say you disagree with something about what's going on, Ox Steel in the building. If you say you disagree with me about something, then we can have a conversation about whether or not you agree with me or not. The reason why I'm telling these people they don't want to come around, dog, is because of all the bullshit around it. Like, all of the gimmicks and all of the dumb shit that some of y'all try to do, because like you arguing in the barbershop, which really is just to talk back and forth amongst each other. Dog, I know all the barbershop tricks. I know all the barbershop tricks. All of them. All of them. People act like, oh man, it's the legal issue. You're speaking like, you're talking, you acting a ninja is what you're doing. You're playing, you know what I mean? It's not that I'm doing this, it's that you're doing that. You're doing the things like you come out and you start putting words in my mouth. I mean, not just words in my mouth. You start making arguments that I didn't make. You start putting out facts that can't be verified. You're doing all these kind of different things, right? Putting out whole arguments that were never said. This is the one that I love. Cats think they can catch you by let me agree with you. And then talk for 5 minutes saying that I agree with you, which basically is killing your point, right? Because, oh yeah, everything that you say, that makes perfect sense. And then they go 5 minutes and all of a sudden they come back and argue with what you said. And you stop it right there and be like, dude, you can't go back. You just said that you agreed with me. So why are you saying you agree with me, then coming all – those are a bunch of cheap debating.
That's quite a feminine way to debate as well, to be honest with you.
I disagree strongly.
Okay,
that is not a feminine way. You know how women argue? Women argue typically like this. The ones that you're in a romantic with. You said, okay, you think that? Okay. And they're just going to make your life a living hell. Till you just are like, no, you're right, because it ain't worth arguing. See,
I agree with that. That part I agree with.
I know women arguing.
And that part I agree with. Why I'm saying that is because it's like, so from a masculine perspective, it's more direct. We are more direct, and we show our hand. Where a woman, not even woman, the feminine approach is more, I'm going to destroy you from the inside out, right? And I think that, as men, because there's a place for that type of argument. There's definitely a place for that type of style of argument. But I think that as men, when we argue like that, to me at least, I find that annoying because I can spoil it and then I just crush it real quick. But the last thing I did want to ask you, it was pertaining to the undisputed thing comment that you made about whoever became undisputed between Errol and Crawford in their next fight would have had the second hardest path to undisputed, right? And I think that if it was Errol Spence to win, I would say yes, because he's had harder opposition. If it's Crawford to win, I would say no, because of his opposition at 147. I don't think that he would have had his.
I see you. Hey, I just want to tell you, I got somebody right behind you, man. I saw you, Oxtail. Go ahead, bro. Go, keep going.
Nah, that's fine. But listen, man, no, that's fine. I'm in an environment where it's going to get really sketchy, so I don't want it to get bad. I'm always coming on with a bad connection, so I want to leave it there. Just send you love, send you and the chat more blessings, and I'll be around. I mean, I'm going to be in the chat. And big up to Upper Echelon, man. I love Upper Echelon's takes, man. Jeez, that guy.
Yeah, he's good,
anyway,
man.
Yeah,
all
man.
Right,
peace,
back, man.
I don't know how to do it. Can you kick me out? Can you kick me out of the thing? All right, thanks.
All right. Ox Steel in the building. What's going on, Ox?
What's the word?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Just, doing it. What's up?
Hey, man, just tapping in with y'all, man. Salute to you, salute to the chat. Yeah, I'm listening every day, like I said, whether I'm on the road or, at work, in the shop, whatever it may be, so I keep it on. They know what's going on, what I'm doing. So, I don't need any reinsurance, when it comes to like the Spence and, Bud debate. I don't need any reassurance. I know what I see. I've been in that square circle before. I work with a lot of athletes. And like I said, I'm a barber by trade. I don't barber full time. It's just something I do on the side, like how people do YouTube on the side. I get in the shop on the side and earn my coins, and so being in the barber world, it gives you access. It gives you access to, certain circles. I actually just came back from Vegas, and I'm no mole by any means. Hey, but I just cut and listen and observe and cut and listen, And something was brought to my attention by a client that was in my chair. I've seen all the Earl's fights, I've seen all the Bud's fights, and many other fighters too. But this brother brought something to my attention because he's trained, under Derrick James, or trained in the presence of Derrick James. And he brought something to my attention about the Crawford versus Benavidez fight. And I encourage everybody to go back and look at that fight and watch it again. And so number one is no fighter is perfect, right? We have some fighters in history, who are known to have better defense, than others. Some of them are more defensively sound. Some of them are more offensively sound. We have some fighters that are a balance or mixture of both, in various ratios. But in the Benavidez fight, his brother pointed out to me, obviously that Jose had like an impediment, he had like a handicap with the knee being blown out, so he wasn't at his full strength, to be able to generate power to hurt Bud, nor was he at full strength to avoid being hit either, but he did the best he could, and I guess that we call that heart. He happened to hit Bud with a right hook to the left side of Bud's body that was in the lower part of his abdomen, right above his hip. Now, from my experience with training in boxing, and like I said, salute to all the veterans out there. I'm a Navy veteran, and if any of you old school black shoe, what they call black shoe Navy, or the traditional military before all this other stuff started happening, if you're a part of that era, from Bush and prior, then you know about smokers, you know about hazing and all that other stuff. So in smokers, that's where I kind of developed my craft when it came to boxing. And you can be hit in certain places on the body, and it can momentarily paralyze you. You can be hit in the shoulder so hard that it'll make you hesitant to like throw shots. So I seen this shot that Jose put on Bud, hit him in the lower part of the abdomen, right above the hip, and it knocked Crawford off balance. It knocked him off balance to where his left foot lifted off the canvas and his leg was frozen. And he just kind of bounced it off, or whatever the case is, as if he was moving. He tried to play it off. Essentially, that's what he did. He tried to play this shot off, but Jose threw a whipping shot, not even a thudding shot. It was more of like a whipping shot, almost like a slap shot to Bud's body. It momentarily paralyzed that left leg, and it also knocked Bud off balance. But just the way that Bud's agility works, he made it look like he kind of skipped out of the way. But if you pay attention, it was a delayed reaction because that leg was momentarily, paralyzed. And so, like I said, no boxer is perfect, and we could always pinpoint, well, if Bud would have got Earl here, he would have hurt him, or Earl would have got Bud, he would have hurt him here. So no fighter is perfect, and every boxer gets hit. But I've never seen that happen to Earl. And what I think about is how the brother, two panelists ago, he was talking about how Earl spars with, heavyweights. He's in there with Joshua. He's in there with Charlo, iron sharpens iron. What the brother was saying before, is definitely accurate. Earl is acclimated to receiving punishment from much bigger, stronger, imposing figures. And you can't sell me that Crawford is as strong or stronger, than your average heavyweight. You can't tell me he's stronger than Joshua, or more imposing than Joshua, or more imposing or powerful or quicker, than Charlo. You can't sell me on that. So I believe that the path that Earl has been forged on has prepared him for this moment, and I believe he's fully dialed in and he's fully acclimated, going into this fight. And when I see these little mistakes that Bud has made in these fights with lesser opponents, all I could do is envision what Earl is going to do. So if Jose Benavidez on a gimpy leg can paralyze your left leg and knock you off balance, the first thing I saw when I saw that clip was it's confirmed that this dude is really lighting ass. This dude is really lighting ass. If you can get hit like that and they can knock you off your feet to where you got to skip over to the side to regather yourself, just imagine what Earl can do biting down, and I salute Ugas for being able to mask his pain. He didn't just stand there and get hit. People who say that, even boxers who say that, like I said, I don't even understand where that mentality comes from, because in boxing, you also have to have some type of resiliency as far as having a poker face and not outwardly showing your pain. And the master of that was Floyd. There was a lot of shots that Floyd took that would otherwise cripple or buckle somebody. But he's been trained, almost like a monk, to mask, that pain or what that punishment is actually doing to him. Because if you give a tell, if you give a sign that it may hurt, that's going to make a killer come in and do what they do. They're going to come in and kill. And some boxers are just more resilient when it comes to masking that pain. And I salute Ugas for being able to manage his pain management to survive as long as he did, because he took some shots that would have a lot of people on their bicycle. But Ugas had enough IQ to say, okay, well, if I get on my bicycle basically, if my reaction is to get on my bicycle away from some of these shots, this dude is going to eat me alive even more. I have no choice but to kind of stand here so I can psychologically, hopefully I can psych this guy out to make him feel like what he's doing ain't really what he's doing. But if I show this man what he's doing to me, it's going to become even worse. And so for even for experienced boxers to not understand that concept, even though they employ that concept, it's laughable to me. But like I said, it's so many things and examples I could pull out. But I just recently, I saw that one and I want to share that with you guys. The notion of Bud being too light in the ass is definitely there. You can see how lesser fighters have laid hands on Bud, and you can really, if you really pay attention to how Bud reacts to it, imagine what Earl is going to do. And like I said, I don't need no reassurance. But as far as solidifying my argument as to why I'm going with Earl, by total domination, even by stoppage, I don't even think it'll go to decision. I don't see Bud being able to endure, the punishment or the onslaught that Earl is going to put on him. And it's not that I believe that Crawford is a lesser fighter. It's no diss to Crawford, just like how a lot of us say on here. I believe Bud is an incredible fighter. I think that he's highly skilled, but there's always levels to this game. And we're not wrong for choosing, either side. But, facts are facts. And it's like when I see these little things and they start to add up, I definitely have to go with the more dominant side. Bud hasn't done what Earl has done. Bud hasn't faced what Earl has faced. And so some things just don't add up for me when it comes to Bud. Like I said, I'm just happy to see two brothers in the ring make history, but I got to call a spade and give credit when credit is due. And Earl is definitely like that, especially when I have clients in my chair telling me like, yeah, man, this dude is paralyzing guys' arms. This guy is hitting bigger gentlemen to the body and stopping them in sparring. He's stopping people in sparring. They're having to cycle out people in the camp because they can't even endure, going through camp with this guy. He may be sparring for 16 rounds, but that may consist of 2 or 3 people because a few rounds in, he's already going to shoot the person up. Not one person is just standing in front of Earl for 16 rounds. So he may spar 20 some odd rounds, in a workout, but that's going to consist of, 2 or 3 fresh partners that he's running through. And oftentimes these guys are bigger than him. And the different things that I've been hearing folks say with the different shots that he's dropping on them, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens fight night. And that's all I got.
All right, Ox. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. As usual, man. May always stop by, bro.
For sure, man. Thank you, guys.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, Violator Comics. I did see that.
Long day hotels open and you to tell me people.
You somewhere with a bunch? You in the gym or something?
Yeah, I'm sorry. They was quiet for the longest time. And all of a sudden, as soon as you put me on here live, I'm in a rabbit show.
Oh, okay. Hey, real quick, man. Hey, much love. Hey, thank you for the $5 in the Zelle. I saw that, brother. I was just waiting.
Oh, okay, I just want to say. So, good morning to you, Martin and Chat. I mean, for none of what you want to be.
No worries, man. What's up?
But I thought about you today. Remember, I don't know if you remember. I put in the chat. I said, did you see the Earl video? Like, I guess it's like the fight commercial or whatever they did. Crawford did one, then Earl did one, but I just paid attention to it earlier today. I said, that sounds just like Fanon. Because before the song came on, he said, "Here comes the pressure." I was like, "Oh shit!"
What did he say? What?
Fanon. He said, "Here come the pressure."
Oh,
you know how you always say pressure breaks pipes.
Pressure breaks pipes, man.
Yeah. I said he must listen to the channel or something.
Yeah, man. Pressure bust pipes, man. That shit is no joke.
Man, I went back and I watched Lamont. Was it Lamont Peterson that he had fought? Mm-hmm. Man, I know Lamont Peterson ain't just like the biggest puncher, but I mean, I don't care who you are, dude. He got like 4 clean just hits on Earl. And you know how normally like somebody just get hit and they can shake it off? Earl didn't even shake it off. He just smiled and just got in his ass. I'm telling you, I don't see how Crawford could win this fight. I don't.
Hey, man. Well, we'll see, brother.
I don't. But I got to get back to these rabbits.
Rabbits?
Yeah. Yeah, we got.
What, you selling rabbits?
We selling rabbits. We breeding rabbits. Some rabbits for meat, and it's a show on some of them like pedigree rabbits. Tell the people here.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
All rabbits. Yep.
All right, man. Well, hey, get back to it, man. I'll tell back at you.
Okay. All
right, Pete. Man, so people so unique, man. There's so many things, man. You meet so many people with so many interesting things going on. LR, we most definitely got us a Bud fan in here. What's going on, LR?
How you doing?
Man, I'm well. I can't complain. How are you?
I'm good. Could you hear me well?
I can hear you, man.
All right, that's good. So I just have one question because, you know, I am a Bud fan. I'm a Spence fan as well, but I'm going to be rooting for Bud. And, you know, I listen to a lot of people talk about, like, how they think the fight's going to go. And for the most part, a lot of people, they don't use these exact words, but it kind of sounds like they think Crawford really has a puncher's chance. And then when I'm like, okay, I understand that to a certain extent. But then I hear when people say, you know, eventually it's going to turn out to be like a fight. Like, you know, some people say it's going to be a chess match. Some people think that it's going to be a fight. I think they're going to go at it. But then people say that Crawford can't afford to exchange with Errol. So I don't really see how those two things go together, how someone can only have a puncher's chance, but at the same time, they shouldn't exchange punches with someone. Like, to me, I don't really understand that. So I don't know if there's something I'm not seeing that you might understand why people say that. Because I think Crawford, you know, if he does have a puncher's chance, he might want to go at Errol and just, you know, exchange punches. And I think he has faster hands. So do you understand why some people might think that? Or...
Well, I think you are combining the opinions. You're combining. It sounds like you're combining the opinions of a bunch of different people into one argument, which is going to be like, which is going to cause problems. Because if you take everybody's opinion, lump them into a bucket, and yeah, so like for example, if you say, well, there's somebody out there that thinks it's going to be that he only has a puncher's chance, right? Then you say, well, there's somebody else that says that he can't afford to exchange. And you take those two opinions and you make it into one opinion from one person, of course it's going to be contradictory because there's two different people saying it. The person that's saying he only has a puncher's chance may really answer the question and say, hey, yeah, he needs to go at it. He needs to attack him because that's the only way he's going to win. He's not going to outbox him. Where the other guy could be saying, hey, man, I needs to outbox him, so he shouldn't go at him. You're basically doing a compilation. You're doing a compilation of a bunch of different people's opinions, lumping it into one and getting confused by it. You know what I mean? I would say just listen to everybody's argument one at a time, because one person can think that Errol's going to win for a different reason than somebody else thinks that Errol's going to win. You know what I mean? Hey, man, let me let you go because you popping something nasty. I can hardly hear you. Okay. Just listen. Yeah. Random skid in the building, man. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Phenom, man? Good morning. Good morning to everybody in the chat. So I was listening to I forget what's his name, Kay, the fellow with the British accent. It sounds like, because he was mentioning an interview that Devin
Joe A. You're talking about Joe A.
Hey,
real quick before you say something, before you go, Chillville in the building. Teams Crawford. Now I knew once we started talking about Crawford for a little while, Rick Timms was going to show up and Chillville was going to show up. What's going on, brothers? Hope you're doing well, man. Go ahead, man.
But yeah, I saw the Bill Haney, and his interview got crashed by Teofimo's dad. And so I was just asking, because Teofimo's dad said that the reason Teo has not been fighting as well as he has before is because he's been pressuring him to do knockouts. Like, he's been pressuring him to fight in a certain way that's been detrimental to him. And he admitted it on camera. And I was like, wow, because you know how he's kind of out there. And so that brought me back to, you know, father trainers. I know that there are some good examples of father trainers, like Sean Porter, his daddy threw in the towel. You got Danny's dad. He's kind of crazy. But I was just going to get your opinion about father trainers, or if you have some like examples, like good examples of father trainers, and then poor ones. I know you're a little older, so I'm thinking like, you know, maybe in the 80s and the earlier times.
Hey man,
about
Google
different
there for everybody. But yeah, good father.
I mean, off the top of your head that you can think of.
Yeah, I can give you a bunch off the top of my head. You have Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Floyd Mayweather Sr. That's obvious one. You have Danny Garcia and Angel Garcia. You have Bozy Ennis. You have and Jerron Ennis. You have Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Teofimo Lopez Jr., Teofimo Lopez Sr. You got Roy Jones Jr., you got Roy Jones Sr., you got Shane Mosley, you got Sugar Shane Mosley, you got man, I forget what his father's name is, Jack Mosley. I think his name's Jack. You got Jack Mosley. You got Zab Judah. You've got Joel Judah. You have a lot of it, man. Just like in anything else, man, the first person that's going to train you to do anything in your life is your father or your mother. Right? You got the Birds, Chris Bird, and I don't recall what Chris Bird's father's name was. You got Vasily Lomachenko, Anatoly Lomachenko, and Vasily Lomachenko. I mean, he goes on and on and on and on and on. And I think the situation where you have you have Nonito Donaire, and you have Nonito Donaire's father was his trainer as well. Let me not forget the Donaires. Shout out to the Donaires. You just go on and on about the number of fathers and sons that do that, because once you have a son, you'll realize that you'll have, if you have a son, do you have a son or you have daughters?
Son.
You have sons. So you're the first person to teach your son to walk, right? Right?
Yeah.
Teach your son to talk. You're teaching your son, like, you may go out, if you played a sport, you may go throw baseball at him with them. I think some people, we're Robert Easter Jr. I think we're just like in any relationship where there's something good is where a father stays beyond when they're welcome. At a certain point in time, if a son wants to be independent, Brandon Lee and his father, if a son wants to be independent and he wants to go off and do what he wants to do, then it's time for you to let him go off and be who he's going to be. If you think that you're going to keep your son as your child when he's 29 years old, 30 years old, he gets a wife, there's going to be all kind of drama with that, because now he's got a wife and he's got to choose between his wife and his father or his wife and his mother. You know, children are born into your nest, but the purpose of them being born into your nest is for them to leave the nest, right? So when you no longer a father, you become a business partner. It could be very well hard to navigate that particular situation, and that's just being a father and a child, period, right? Then you also have a scenario where you could have a father that's really not qualified and could really take a fighter as far as he can take them, but because he doesn't necessarily have the skills of somebody that was always a fighter, it may not be as easy for him to do that. So take for example somebody like I don't know whether or not Teofimo Lopez Sr. was a fighter or not, a boxer or not, but if he was never a boxer, if he was never in combat sports, that's a different scenario than having somebody like Floyd Mayweather Sr. who fought at the highest level in the sport, right? And has uncles who had brothers that were world champions. You have, another brother that their family is very, very well versed in the sport of boxing inside and out. So, I mean, just like if you have people that are basketball players, where you have a lot of the professional basketball players now, there's a good number of them whose fathers played in the NBA because they knew what it took to develop their son into that, right? So I don't think there's a one size fit all answer to that. I think it really depends on the people. Angel Garcia and Danny Garcia, I think, is an example of one that is very, very good, right? A very, very good. I would say Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. probably is one that is not that good. Right? I can't, so far so good for Devin Haney, but we will see what happens. Roy Jones Jr. and his father broke at a certain point in time. I think that his father let him break and let him go do his thing. So I would say that was probably a good one, Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There's combinations that worked out where, like Errol Spence and Errol Spence Sr. I do believe Errol liked to fight. Errol Spence Sr. said, hey, you should fight. And Errol Spence Jr.'s father's in that corner. But he's got a very specific role that he has, and he works with Derek James, who's the trainer, and he's he's there to support his son and to encourage his son to be his own man. So I just think that it's not a one size fits all answer to it. But I also don't think it's much different than other than the subject matter of boxing. It's not much different than just the father-son, the things that the relationships you have with your with your own father, and that you have with your own son, right? At a point in time, your dad was everything to you if he was there, right? If he wasn't there, that could be a different situation. But I can only speak for somebody that always had my father, right? My father always being there. My father was, in a lot of ways, as I was a child, he's my hero. But then as you get out of adolescence and you come into manhood, you do have a little bit of a rebellious attitude at a point in time, because you feel like you're becoming a man and you want your father not to look at you as a child. You want your father to look at you as a man. And that can be a difficult, rough road, especially when you guys work together. And there's a lot of conversations that just go on about father and son businesses, right? If you've ever worked for a family business, people that, and this is not boxing, but boxing, when you work for your son, when you work for your son or you work for your father, right? Because when you begin your boxing career and he's paying for everything, it's like you're working for him. And then when you start paying the bills, he's working for you. So, but at the same time, there's a lot of difficulties that come with just having a familial relationship in a business. Like, it's not easy to fire you, right? It's not easy for Devin Haney to turn out and be like, you know what? In the back of my mind, I know that I would rather be working with Derek James, and I really wish my father would be, just do the management stuff, but he feels a certain connection and loyalty and love for his father, and he doesn't want to embarrass his father. He doesn't want to disrespect his father. And I'm not saying these are things that Devin Haney is actually going through. I'm just saying that this is a dynamic that you get in a father-son relationship. Like, my brother worked with my father for a long time, and they had their own separation because, my father is the father. My son his son, who was a very experienced and successful businessman in his own right, saw things differently. So they could never, it could never be a situation where they worked for each other, right? So, or worked with each other became difficult, where other people really don't have that issue. The perfect example, I know I already said it, was the way that I saw Errol Spence and his father relating to one another, where from a very early age, Errol Spence Sr. was telling Errol, look, you're the decision maker in this. It's your career. It's your life. Hey, when you work out. When you think it's right to work out, listen to your body, trust your decisions. Everybody around here works for you. They don't work for me. You don't work for them. They work for you, right? So I just think that's about the best way that I can answer that. But it's also like keeping in mind that many things in life are the same, but you can have just different expressions of them. The father-son relationship in business, in boxing, the father-son relationship in if you have a business together, father-son relationships, just period, in what you want to do for your job, what major you want to have, right? What kind of job do I want to do? Dad, do I want to be a doctor? You need to be a doctor, right? Because this is what I've told you need to do. Well, I really want to be a singer. Is the father going to support the son in that? Or is the son really just there in the eyes of the father to be like a lifetime project of his? So, I mean, for me to answer that question, is you're really at the center of the father-son relationship. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, that made perfect sense. I had so many other questions, and you answered all of them very, very clearly. So,
cool.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
It depends. For most things, it depends. So, thank you.
Yeah, situational. But all right, brother. Peace.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, man.
Have a good one.
All right.
Yep.
Real quick. Sorry about that, man. No, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, that's my answer to the question. Father-son relationships are tough. They really are. They can be very, very tough if you work together. Hey, my guy, Steph, in the building said, thank you for the encouragement. Long live boxing. Yes, sir, brother. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. And then my guy, Greg, hey, Mr. Hogan, yes, sir. He says support from Holiday. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, my dad is a hero, man. My dad is my hero. Absolutely is my hero. You know, but then you working together, man, and he starts treating you like you're not his son. That can be tough, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna take one more, bro. I try to give thoughtful answers. Try to add value to your life in the way that I can. You know, it's one of the benefits of being older and being old, black, and talented. They always say that, you know, young, black, and talented. Yeah, dog, I'm middle-aged, black, and talented. So it's a benefit. I would rather be you have more potential because of time when you're young, black, and intelligent and talented. But do not ever underestimate being middle-aged, black, and talented. It is a nice thing, bro, to have and to listen to. The Rise podcast said, great show for now, man. Anytime, brother. Thank you, man. But look, I am going to jump up out of here, man, a little early today. It's about noon. You said great stuff. Freaking great stuff. Glad. What is that? Oh, Steph Brown said, definitely, my father's my hero. All praise, honor, admiration, and glory to the Father in heaven. Absolutely. Salute to our elders in the chat. Yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you. Should listen. It can teach you a lot, man. A lot. And just by going through history, do this shit. Anyway, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? But look, I got to get out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for supporting me today. It really does mean more than you know. And we will be back. More than likely, we'll be back tonight. More than likely, we'll be back tonight to chop it up during this TFE. Oh, I'm sorry. My guy in the building. Thank you, brother. To my guy, Stone Alone in the building. Thank you, brother, with the $5 holler, brother. Thank you, man. I can go a little bit longer since the Cash App got shot out. And also, I said I'd do another link. So I'm going to put like 5 links in. And I don't mind questions like that. Don't mind questions like that. If you're a young man or a young lady and you would like some old, and I'm not old, man. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all both those. I'm always so old because you want to be young. Your ass ain't young. Anyway, one more, hit the link, and then it's a Riz app. Season, yeah, there you go. Season, not old. We're gonna get about like 5 more minutes, man. Copper Aborigine said, peace, Martin Blackwell, Fernando Nash, watch a wonderful show, brother, from an elder. Yes, sir. All right, Copper Aborigines, I thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Seasoned, not old. Yeah, you know what it is. You're experienced, because I'm not old. I'm not old, but you do have experiences, and that matters, man. One rabbit, 1 second place. That's what's up, man. Congratulations, Violator Comic, on your rabbits, man. He said you sell some of them for meat, though. Woo-wee. It's hardcore out there, man. But anyway, man, yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to get up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. So who you got? I got Josh Taylor, man. I got Josh Taylor. All right, man. With that, I'm out. Deuces.